The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Devious Dave Rose, your host for today. Welcome to Dave's Drama Diner, and I hope you came hungry because there's so much to consume. As always, let's start off by acknowledging and showing gratitude to those that have chosen to spend their time with us here today. Looking through the chat, and as always, I do remind you to let me know if levels need adjusting. We start off with Ingy, who says evening, although here in North America, it's still early afternoon. Travis TLC's got his, he brought his own fork and knife, ready to go. The man with two first names, Nicky Nines, the Nine God himself there. It's the Costanza and Sleazy Cyan. All right. So, it's been a while. Well, with the drama, you know. You can't always feed on the drama because it isn't the healthiest for you. But, shout out to Chad, thank you. But a lot of things have been going on as of late, and actually I've been a little bit out of the loop. Where to start? Well, for an appetizer, I guess, let's start off with discussing how, although Scott claims that he's disappeared or that he's gone, he is still going live at certain times, and I do suspect that some of this is just calculating when those when most eyes are least paying attention, which is why he tries to do these at least after 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes even later than that. But he's also been making the rounds in the chats, not only as himself, but as his many different alt accounts, i.e. troll accounts. And the other day he was in my chat, and I was playing a game, and I wasn't able to moderate personally, but I was advising the moderators to do so, so I wasn't sure what he was doing exactly. And if I need to remove, some wrenches, I guess I can do that. I'm always willing to add more wrenches, A, because it does trigger Scott, but also because, it just keeps things clean and tidy. But there's more to talk about with regards to Scott. Just stretching here. Oh, much better. Well, he's been saying certain things about one Jacob Blinkhorn, and he's totally cool with me. And I don't see what his fucking problem is, especially when he's making this huge deal about it. And to be quite honest, I'm taking issue with this as well. Okay? I don't care if he's your hometown friend. You seem to have a fucking consistency in literally throwing everyone off, and actually just pushing them away, I should say. And yes, I will be getting to that screenshot in a moment, thank you. But, okay, so, yeah, talking about Jacob like that, and then, because actually I'm not even telling the full story, and I'm trying to keep things, sort of more private in regards to Jacob and my conversations that are subsequent from basically Scott freaking out. So, and we saw this as well, because it continued, because Jacob was in another chat. I can't remember if it was Ken's or Nikki's, and he was talking, or it might have been mine, but he was in there, and Heistman was in there, I think, and they were both talking weed. And then I believe it was one of Scott's, Skunts, let's just call him his real name, Skunt. He goes in there, and he starts to berate both of them. And then he said something like he's going to expose Jacob. And I don't know what the fuck expose about. I mean, this guy's always making up these things. Like, oh, I'm going to expose you. Expose what? Well, you made a video on me and I recorded it. And was there anything illegal in it? You don't know the law. Yes, I do. This guy is fucking delusional, and it's not standing anymore. Like, the Jericho is already falling, okay? The walls of Jericho are already falling, okay? The ark has already been circling the thing, and, okay, the power of the ark has literally brought down the walls of Jericho. We're still waiting for the dust to settle, but like I've said before, Skunt is done. And many other people are also starting to realize that too, and they're starting to, say that phrase because they see it's evident. And even Scott going in some chat saying that he gives up, like, we know that's all bullshit. And we've all come to the same conclusion. He's not going to go away willingly, although he said he will. And the thing is, though, all he ever had to do was just leave people alone. But since he wants to actually criminally harass people, then we don't have an option anymore. And that's the thing. Because he doesn't want to go willingly, he's going to have to be forced. Now, you may have heard of certain stories where, say, for example, a stalker for a celebrity has been using their computer to track them down, blah, blah, blah. So eventually when they're charged and stuff, some of the limits of their probation, for example, is that they can't ever use a computer for the next 10 years or something. Or they can't use a cell phone for communications and stuff. And that's easily enforceable because then, you either have to meet up with your probation officer or they'll, cops will come and visit, make sure everything's like that. And they find you breaking the terms of your probation and it's back to the clink with you. So there are injunction methods that can be used to ensure that he is forced away. Now, should it have come to that? No. But he's clearly saying that he's not going to go willingly. And that brings me to even more criminal harassment and essentially insinuating threats, and we're talking about stalkerish behavior now. And obviously the laws differ between Canada and the United States, but you have essentially the same sort of laws. They're just called different. And there's sometimes they're applied with more or less severity depending on where the crime takes place or where the crime is actually reported. Okay, it doesn't matter if somebody is committing a crime in another country. If it's reported as being committed to a certain person in a particular state of another country, well, yeah, there's things that can happen. And I got to regulate my breathing here because I am speaking a lot and I've got to, there's a lot to talk about. I actually just did this impromptu because there's just a lot to talk about and I really did not set any limits. Although I have a lot of plans and shit to do today and I am procrastinating, but things need to be done. Plus it's very cold outside and it is a nice lazy Sunday. But yes, so this leads me to my next point. Because, as we've seen, Scott is around, and he is still in the chats. But he's still in the chats making threats, and also harassing, and if I can just get this fucking shit to fucking work, I think my Skype just actually quit on me for some stupid reason. All right, let me try to download this photo again and again. There we go, or not. Just bear with me here, people, sorry. I don't know, that's weird. So I just saved it. All right. Apologies, people. Now this is a little bit small. You should be able to see it. Let me know if it needs adjusting. Oops. Okay. So this is what occurred the other day. Essentially threats and this attack on Junebug by Scott. Let me go to the chat while this comes up for you guys, or at least in my time here. Mickey9 says, trying to decide. Oh, no, he's talking about another thing. Okay. Yeah, so basically he goes into Gargut's chat. I think this was a couple of days ago, so the one that comes, I guess, right after Monetize This. So I'll read it out. Chip Daly says, and we know that's Scott, now you want to act tough and grow balls trying to impress people. Just wait and see what happens, faggot. Block me, see what happens. He goes on, he says, loser. They time him out. And he comes back with another account saying, yesterday this fag said Jacob, now it's someone else. Fuck you, Junebug. Keep stealing your YR bit, you unoriginal faggot. Junebug is a fake. So, and this is what we discussed last time, was that there were many of us, and I don't remember if it was here or somewhere else, but there were many of us that suspected that Junebug did feel threatened or intimidated or essentially harassed or bothered by Scott. Like, who doesn't? But he was trying to be cool with him and, you know, walk on eggshells, as everyone seems to have to do. And, you know, obviously Scott flipped on him just like he flips on everybody else. And, you know, it just further builds the case that Scott does have these very serious mental issues where he'll misconstrue something, or he'll he'll exaggerate things, and, you know, his paranoia just runs away with it. But the thing is, though, a lot of people get confused is they think, oh, well, he's the one with the problem, so we have to walk around on eggshells. Just like, what people need to understand is minorities don't normally have power in a normal society, in the sense that if only 0.1% of the population is blind, they're not going to basically have every single store have like a verbal warning to, you know, the door opening. They don't do that, okay? You don't change. Despite what we see here with, you know, degenerates and freaks, you don't change a society for a small minority because it destroys that society. Simple. And I'm not sure how we got onto this. Well, Scott does destroy society. I know I go on some really weird tangents sometimes, but it's all connected. My brain goes too fast for my mouth. Let's see. Okay, well, he flips again on Junebug, saying these things. Ryan Murray, says it's not paranoia, Mon, it's facts. And that is, you know, something that he would say. And that video that Nick did the other day, where he shows a video that's 2 years old, I'm not surprised that people thought that was new. But I knew it was old, and nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. So this just goes to show that there's an unwillingness, and that it goes beyond pride. This is a mental health issue, and, you know, it's only going to get worse for everybody unless he is essentially forced away from that. And just seems to be that's the only way it's going to happen. Especially when he keeps burying himself further and threatening people that once were his friends or really just never interacted with them. But the other thing is Joe Blonin. A few things to speak about him, actually. Just trying to think if there was anything else about Scott, because obviously there's this with Junebug. There's with Jacob Blinkhorn. And that's the funny thing is that, like, Jacob, has never really had any problems with the guy until Scott saw him in my chat with the wrench. That's the thing that triggered him. It's unreal. So, and his paranoia just goes on. So he's like, I bet he might even be lockjaw on. Like, just, it's beyond insane. And it's clear that this guy needs serious help because he's not going to do it willingly. And the obsession, like this, for example, going to this chat and using a fake name and then attacking rather than say, you know what, guys, I'd like, can you maybe unblock me? I'll behave, or, I want to make good on my word or something. Okay, thank you, Nikki. Nick confirms that he was also threatening Junebug in his chat, in Nick's chat, saying that Junebug was paying for Muscle to protect him, saying he was going to expose Junebug about suicide. See, this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. I wrote this on Nikki's comments for that video, I believe, where I said, fuck you, Scott McKinnon, you vile piece of shit, I think. Yeah. And I totally mean those words because he's a vile piece of shit. Now, he's done this before with other people, but, like, for example, I would have preferred if the information about my dad remained private, okay? And whatever, right? It is what it is. But, when you confide in Scott, especially on something so sensitive, where, if Junebug has, had, those types of thoughts, or he's just been very depressed and stuff, that is not something to hold over somebody's head to expose. Because every time you do try to do that, Scott, all you end up doing is making the person you want to be shat on actually receive more support for them in their situation and more opposition to you. More than opposition, actually. It's some people would go so far as to even hate you. I'm not one of those people, but I'm disgusted by you, and I wouldn't try to help you if you were in trouble. Like, if you were drowning in front of me, I would not lend a hand. I know you've seen my face before, but you don't know who I am. But truth be told, he's a vile piece of shit. And with these sorts of things, to hold something of a personal value over somebody else, and then try to, and this is where the blackmail can come in, the entrapment can come in, actual legal charges that would be applied to Scott. It just goes to show that he's willing to go to any lengths to try to stay in control. This guy's a very manipulative person who needs to stay in control. He literally is the domestic abuser. Shout out to Beer Tester and the Taster. Guess you are testing it while you taste it. Says, by the way, loving the video game streams, Rose. Thank you very much. Actually, that's something that we will be discussing in a moment, but more so the hate that's been directed to that, which I do love, because after all, we are serving up the drama. And any hate that's been thrown in my direction, I cook it up beautifully right in our drama kitchen, serve it up, 5-star Michelin, and it's even better than what was thrown back. So, let's see here. By the way, Genius, you don't appear to be Scott McKinnon, although some people have told me that. However, I do believe that Scott is trying to utilize your name, and because what I was told that there was somebody by the name of Evil Genius, I believe it was Evil Genius, who tried to make their thing look like yours or same color and the G and all that, and it was Scott speaking shit. So, just letting you know to keep your eyes open for that sort of thing, because it was in the same chat as your account. So, but I can't confirm accounts, and I wish people would stop changing their names. I've always been Dave Rose, so Like, at least, if you want credibility and you want a wrench and you want to hang around and actually be part of a group, then fucking stop making stupid names and shit. If your name is, I don't know, Carl, call yourself Carl, I don't know, Carl Mustang or Carl 85275. Whatever. Like, but to change your name all the time and, not really let anyone know if you're the same person, it's just like, if you want to hang around, then I want to know, who I'm at least talking. At least I know I'm talking to the same person. I don't care about knowing your real name, but keep it consistent. But now let's get to something spicy. The man with two first names says, please do more gaming streams. Well, he seems to like them. Some other people have said that as well, but there's somebody who doesn't seem to like them. A particularly stupid individual, if we're going to use that word. I mean, there's so many words that could be used to describe this guy, and intelligent is definitely not one of them. But let's do a little review. We've got a clip here from Nicky Nine's Nick at Night show from yesterday that I did not hear this portion. I was in for a bit, then I had to go out and do things, and I was in for a bit. And Nick, you got to work on the audio of your fucking stream because, yeah, we could hear you guys, but it's the ambient noise in your room. I don't know if you got a fan running or I don't know how you're picking up Blonin's call, but just it's hard to listen to, so I do apologize to those that are listening now. There's some that comes before it. It's not really that relevant because Blonin says a little bit about me, but he's going to reiterate it now. He's going to now reiterate and go into detail. So I just got a message. Damn it. It's just one of those days. So yeah, audio's not that good. Just a warning. I'm going to try to not make it too loud. But Blonin basically goes into more detail, but listen to his reasoning and listen to his motivation. Okay, because that's the big thing. Because now I'm exposing you now to the events, and what we're going to do after that is we're going to begin the dissection. So put your lab coats on, get your goggles on. There's going to be a lot of blood splurting, but we're going to literally dissect this while it's still alive. Let's try that one more time.
And Cronin's been around a lot longer, and he actually, I get it, I'm not a fan of the guy, but he produces
If anyone wants to donate $100 tonight to Nicky Nice, I will jump naked into the snow.
Alright, first of all, nobody's going to donate just for that alone. You just really killed any fucking hope of a donation again.
Maybe.
You jumping naked anywhere. People don't want that shit. I don't know, man. People like what they like, dude. And I don't expect it, man. And times are hard right now.
All they want, all right, fuck it. Don't give me. You gotta hang up in 3 seconds because I'm gonna say something that's not gonna be long.
Go ahead, say it. I don't give a fuck.
Dave Rose, I'm so sick of your fucking off to the moon rocket shit.
Oh God, dude. So don't watch it.
Okay, so now we get into it. So we have him saying he's getting sick of the rocket videos. Okay, so I did a test stream first just to see if it would run properly. All things were good, although there was a thermal issue, and we got that, I guess, resolved. Excuse me, very gassy today, gassy. Then I did episode 1, which was very long, 5 hours 45, something like that. Fun, but draining. And the next day, I believe, or the day after, yesterday, I did episode 2, where I failed miserably at rescuing those that have been stranded on the moon. And a little defeated, I do feel. But I'm going to take a few days to, recharge and think up some new plans. I did work on some designs yesterday. They look promising, but I need to clear my mind. I need to make sure that they're rescued. Okay, enough embarrassing myself. But the game's not easy either. Okay, but I've done it before. Okay, I've done rescue missions with fucking like trying to rescue a capsule that's just like in Moon's orbit, for example. It doesn't have a stable orbit, so it's actually crashing. So I need to actually launch something into orbit, rendezvous with it quick enough, dock in there, and get the crew off quickly and move away from the from the thing that's falling, the other capsule, or it could be a satellite or something, and then like basically maneuver myself out of the way so I don't get hit by debris, and then land. I've done that shit before. I've landed on the moon with no SAS, which is the computer that controls your pitch and so forth. I've been able to skim the atmosphere and get like literally pull like this Aurora space plane type shit to get like to hypersonic speed, and then literally have enough power to just like jump right out of the atmosphere. So we're gonna play around with that stuff too. I think it's fun. I love the science. Always loved space as a kid, and an adult, and it's different, and I think it's kind of funny to say, in Space Command, you have permission granted to launch of Flight 101, just shit like that, it's fun, it's different. Which brings me on to my next point, Ryan Murray, is that I actually reinstalled Star Trek Online last night, and I started a tutorial again. I've been playing around with that. I'm trying to get the graphics a little better. I know the game's literally 10 years old, but there are apparently ways to improve the graphics, and they came up with some update that apparently fixes that. So I'm going to get back into that, and if anyone wants to join me playing Star Trek Online, I'd love to. That game was always fun for me, and it's just different. It's cool, and it's sciencey. Let's science the shit out of it. But yes, so let's go back to what dear old Joe Blonin, who we know his real name, he could easily say it, but we don't need to for the time being. Although I can easily show you his face as well. Ugly, ugly face. That's also probably where some of his jealousy stems from, because he's seen me, a very handsome. I was going to say young man. I mean, I still get carded, so, and I'm 5'10", so obviously people know I'm not a kid. I age well, what can I say? And people notice it. But we have obviously this really vile creature, Joe Blonin, and he seems to have the hate on for the devious one. And it's only because of his own inadequacies. He is truly a demented, deranged freak and absolute loser. And he'll be further exposed as time goes by, because he's pushed things beyond the limit. He's pulled a Scott, and he's crossed the line. And now action is required. Let's continue.
Let's go fucking build a rocket. Let's go fucking build a rocket. Fuck it. Come on, Dave, bro. If it was me that was doing that, you'd help me out here.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. I would be like, wow, at least there's one thing cool about Blonin. He actually plays a game that not only I like, but proves to me that he's not an idiot. Because to calculate, circularization, or to commit to a certain maneuver, using certain constraints with fuel and stuff, you can't be a dummy and do it. So, I mean, I would praise anyone that played that game. And I've been actually, I told people for years to play this game in this community. And, I mean, even, I believe I told Joe, but Joe wasn't going to be into that. Although, as much as he claims that he's so into space and all this shit, he could not pull this shit off. He could not play that game properly. And, in fact, I would love to see if he could. I mean, I wouldn't consider him copying me if he started to stream playing that game. But, yeah, that's basically my thoughts there. Now, just give me 1 second here. I'll just be right back. Do apologize for that. All right, so what do we got next here? Just hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so what's next here? Let's see. So I got thrown off by stupid shit. Yeah, we were talking about Blonin. Sorry, let me just get reoriented here. Let me go back to the chat, see if I can focus. And sorry, I'm also exhausted. I went to sleep last night about 3 o'clock or something. So, okay, so yeah, we were talking science, Star Trek Online, Kerbal Space Program. His jealousy. He's jealous of my good looks, and obviously jealous of the intelligence and just the facility that I'm able to conduct myself with. But to the chat here, Beer Taster says, I wasn't into it first, but I'm a fan now, I guess, of the gaming. Tab, welcome, Tab. Watching yours and Nikki's gaming streams makes me want to get back into gaming myself. Well, that's the thing. Watching Nikki made me want to get back into gaming, especially watching Apex, because, you know, it's just a first-person shooter, and that was always a big thing for me back in the day. And, you know, I'm going to have an episode specifically just talking about my gaming days, because the stuff that we pulled was just incredible. I can't wait to tell you some of the craziest stories. But, yeah, you know, watching Nick play, I wanted to play too, and thankfully we can play together on that game and on other platforms too. So, you know, I look forward to, you know, doing different stuff and just having some fun. You know, I haven't played games in a long time, and, you know, once in a while it's fun to do this. Not obsessively. I don't like playing them, you know, too often or for too long, but it's a good getaway once in a while, you know. Good stress relief, and it's also fun to hang out with people and see their comments. And you know, Nick's stream last night with The Sims was just fucking. I was dying laughing. It was just so well done, and it was just comical and different. You know, it's just that this just goes to prove that, you know, there's a desire for something different in this community. And that there's a lot of people that support these different initiatives, and they're not going to feed into the negativity and the drama that people like Scott want to produce, that Blonin wants to produce, you know, that even SE Steve or fucking Jacob RP want to produce. So, yeah, people are looking for this, and it's funny because you're going to hear Blonin now sort of act incredulous as to why. How could Dave even want to do this? Like, what kind of person does this? Meanwhile, Nikki is playing a game. Okay, but let's continue with the clip.
You look like a virgin, Dave Rose. You look at. I don't think you ever fucked a fucking pussy before, Dave Rose.
See, you know, we have to go back to the obsession stuff, and I mean, we see this with Scott. We see this with Joe, for example, with wanting to be the eternal victim. We see it with a lot of different people, but for different, they're manifested in different ways, okay? And it's funny because and there's many, but one of the ways it manifests, his hate, I guess, his displeasure with me, Ryan Highlands, a.k.a. Joe Blonin's real name, how he shows his displeasure is to comment on things like sexuality, which I find is hilarious, considering his situation. And for those that don't know his situation, basically, his wife threatened to leave him and to take the kids unless he opened up the relationship because she was tired of his bullshit and stuff. And, well, he's still living with them, but she's even gone on air basically saying that he's got a small dick, he can't get it up, he certainly can't please her, and that he's more obsessed with this whole community and being on the internet than anything else. And Blonin's admitted this in the past. He actually admitted to me on a show one time that and he's always been obsessed with trying to, I guess, hook me in, like somehow have me involved somehow, or like he wanted me to do a show with him. He wanted to do like a karaoke off. He wanted to like call into shows or just like be involved in certain things, and just have like, he even just wanted to call me up on Skype and stuff. I'm like, no. He's like, why not? I'm like, I don't have to explain that to you. I don't want to fucking talk to you. Done. And he's rejected, obviously, or is feeling dejected. Not that there's a bad thing, because the guy is a psycho. And we'll get into his mental state further on. But it's clear that this guy, this thing, has a massive obsession with me, amongst other people, but with me. And one of the ways that he goes at this is, Dave Rose is a virgin. And it's just like, but because this is a sort of projection, this is some sort of reflection of what he's, I guess, because he's trying to think of, how can I attack Dave? And it's funny because some people actually say, think that, how can I attack Dave? Oh, I'll call him stupid. It's like, really? Like, you could go for anything and you're going with that. Because even people, even some of my dissenters would hear that and they'd look confused, be like, yeah, you can call him a lot of different things, but that just doesn't fly, and I don't like Dave. So, like, it's just so funny that he would, this is literally, high school stuff? Junior high school stuff? I'm not sure who would, I know kids do it. But maybe he's just a man-child who's never grown up, and this is his automatic response and stuff. But I find it funny because this is the guy who's not getting laid. This is the guy whose wife cut him off. And he's not, he's printing up all these fucking masks and shit of people in the community. He's definitely not going to bars to pick people up, and he's definitely not bringing them home with him. So, but let's continue with his attempt here to somehow, paint a new narrative. Like,
I don't think you
have another dono came in. Let's see this. The Goon, $1. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Seriously, it's like, damn, bro. I'm serious. It's like, fun, man. This guy talks all this big shit. This big gamer.
He talks all this big shit. He's a big gamer. I've never claimed to be a gamer. I used to be, but shit, again, my last console was an original OG Xbox. I've played an Xbox 360, but I've never laid hands on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, or whatever the new one is, Xbox X series, whatever. Never laid my hands on those. I've seen people play them online. I know what the graphics look like. I know what the device looks like, but I haven't bought consoles since then. So I'm, not really a big gamer there. And I used to play, maybe until about 2010, I was playing a few games online and stuff, whether it be Battlefield at that point. I was playing City Heroes, and I played some WoW. And I think actually at that point I stopped. And I really didn't pick up a computer game for probably the next 10 years. There might have been one time or two I turned on my original Xbox, made sure it was working, just, had fun a little bit with Burnout. And, you smash it up real quick. Oh, okay, I got my fun out of that. And, moved on. But, nowadays, especially with the COVID and stuff, you're stuck inside. Because I personally would rather be out hiking and doing that sort of thing, even in the winter. But parks are closed and shit. It's retarded. So, it's fun. And it's different. but seems like Blonin doesn't appreciate it and seems to be offended with big words. But let's continue.
No, not big gamer. He's a big baller. He's the fucking man. And fucking here he is fucking building fucking rockets to fucking community members and sending them up to the fucking moon. God damn it. I don't think
but it's fun. People enjoy.
I wish Nikki hadn't talked over him so I could have heard what he said. But it's just so, like, God damn, I mean, like, oh my God. But the thing is, though, Blonin, if you ever stream yourself, you probably wouldn't get many viewers. But there was people that were tuning in there specifically to watch. Not just to hang out, to hear me talk, funny shit, and to be in the chat, like, interacting with other people. They actually were there sitting watching as I was doing this shit. And, I was watching on my phone, the chat and stuff, so I could also see the screen, knowing that it's also good because then I know that OBS is still transmitting the game. And, I could see that people were interacting, people were watching, and people were doing suggestions and shit like that. We got YR calling in. I thought that was fun. It's kind of like Ricky and Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys playing Space. It's just like throw out some words and stuff, make it sound professional, and have some fun doing it, and laugh when it fucks up. I think that's fucking great. I mean, it's different. And it's not malicious. It's non-drama related. And it's trying to make light of situations and stuff. Again, why are we wasting time on such negativity and stuff? But hey, some people have pushed that line where, they're going to have to face those repercussions. But let's continue with the clip.
Enjoy it, dude. People watched it. Not everyone's going to like the same thing.
I think he's a virgin.
I've heard it.
So he goes from, I can't believe he's doing the show. And then he goes to, I think he's a virgin. He's got to be a virgin. I'm not sure how one has to do with the other, because that would technically sort of indicate that perhaps all the engineers that are older than I am that say work for NASA, they're all virgins then, right? The ones with grandkids, right?
I already fuck, but you got to keep in mind that fucking Rose is a little more classy than myself.
I don't think classy.
He doesn't think I'm classy. This coming from some inbred white trash Mongoloid? I mean, it's like a... Actually, I can't even find the proper analogy to explain the ridiculousness of this, but let's continue.
Very...
Kirby game. What the fuck?
Kirby? He's playing
a Kirby game. He doesn't know the difference between Kirby, the Nintendo character, and a Kerbal, which you could see on the actual game. They look totally different. So this again is evidence that he's just obsessed with me. He's obsessed with the fact that he is a fool. And I've exposed him as a fool and haven't given him the time of day and recognized that he is worthless and that he has no control. So he is just livid. Ripping pissed, as YR would say. But let's see here. It's the Costanza. Please do not insult Goofy like that, because he doesn't sound anything like Goofy. Goofy is actually intelligible, so we understand what he's saying. You can't tell me Blonin's a better talker than I am. I used to be able to do a Goofy voice. I'll have to practice, but the chat just got a little darker. Let's welcome Heistman Defoe. I thought that was just, maybe it was a cloud passing in front of the sky, but nonetheless. Oh, and we got Clam Baked here. Welcome. A fellow connoisseur of cannabis. And as is obviously Heist. Clam Bake says, there's a Dave's Diner in Middleborough, Massachusetts. Fucking love that place. G'day to you, mate. Mr. Rose? Or g'day, he meant to say. And g'day to you, mate. So let's continue to listen to what Blonin is saying. Okay, so when we last left off, Blonin had moved from talking about how no one would want to watch a space game. 2. He runs like a virgin.
Kirby? Kirby's the shit.
No, it's not Kirby. It's what the fuck it is. It's
Kerbal, Space Program.
Sending all the community, sending everybody. Oh.
Okay, so he got confused at the name. So he's like, no, I didn't mean Kirby. It's whatever it's called.
Good job, Dave Rose. Go send everybody to the moon. You send them to Mars. Good job.
But people...
What's his problem? I mean, it's just like, so what? I was successfully able to land them on the moon? That's his problem? Or he doesn't like the fact that I might... Maybe it's this. Maybe it's because, for example, I took YR, SE Steve, Junebug to the moon, that I made a previous stream where I got Mars and, the characters that I named Mars, Ken, and Nikki onto, they landed successfully back on the planet without dying. So, there was that. So is he mad that his character wasn't chosen, or that I didn't make a character for him? Is it because I'm giving attention to other people and thus he construes it as taking attention away from him? I'd love some input from the chat. We've got Travis, who is well versed with the psychology of psychopaths and other deranged individuals, so I would very much appreciate his input, but everyone else's as well. Their insights would be very valuable as determining, or at least suggesting a possibility as to why he's acting in this way. What specifically is it that is containing his obsession? We'll continue.
But people liked it because it was fun, dude.
See, Nick's like, I don't think it's really Nick's, that game is really, his sort of thing. He said he'd be willing to try it, but he was waiting for the price to come down. It's about $40 right now. And, but I mean, like, he's up to playing it and stuff, and I know that he's capable of doing it. I just don't think that, I don't know, from the games that he's been playing, he seems to be more into first-person shooters for the time, or the MMOs or something like that. So, it also depends on your mood, right? Up until now, I wasn't even in the mood for fucking first-player shooters. So, it depends on your mood. But let's see here. Before I continue, welcome Gorilla Strong. Let's see here. Bam6956, thank you for joining us. He says, how can Rose be a virgin when he probably plowed Blonin's old lady before? Maybe that's why he's mad. Travis says, he's sad. He's the sad, weird kid on the playground. He's mad he's not included. There we go. You said it much more succinctly than I did. Gorilla Strong says, it's your channel. Name the characters what you want. Well, apparently he doesn't like that. How dare Dave Rose. Also, I wanted to go back to the chat because I did see something that I missed. And I do apologize for it. But where is this? Or is this in the other chat? Oh, there we go. Yes, Fest Love. Shout out to Fest Love. I know I missed your shout out, and I saw your comment. It was in my brain, but I had to finish this stuff. He reveals that his Havana alfajores arrived from Amazon today. Dude, do an unboxing or something, or put yourself on video, or just tell us what you fucking think once you take a bite into that thing. I need to know. I'm obsessed, man. I need to know, do you like those alfajores, man? Or do I have to come down there and make you like them? Gorilla Strong. I said that one. Hey, shout out to J Diz. Tim Gafros says, I feel bad for his son. He had no chance in life. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to that in a moment. But let's continue.
I don't think you did. I don't think you do.
Bioshock? Which one? You want me to play Bioshock?
I looked at it.
I have Bio. Hold on.
Mars.
But people liked it because it was fun, dude.
So now Nikki's gonna address somebody in the chat. So, but Joe's Joe Blonin, is now going to continue on that sort of discussion. Well, Nick is just going to keep, he's addressing people in the chat and stuff, but this guy's just going to keep going with his obsession. So try to listen carefully because you're going to hear Nick over him and stuff.
dude.
I don't think it. I don't think they do.
Bioshock? Which one?
I
You want me to play
didn't like
Bioshock?
it. I liked it.
I didn't. So basically, Nick says, "Well, people like it." He's like, "I don't think people are gonna like it. In fact, I didn't like it either."
I have Bio. Hold on. Which one? Which Bio?
God damn, this guy.
And you can hear him in the background. I was like, "God damn, God damn what? God damn what?"
Was fucking like.
Hey, fucko! Shut the fuck up for a second. Let me. The goon's saying something. Which one? The first one, the second one, or the third? I don't have the third one. I have the first two. I actually even have the enhanced versions of them. I was thinking of playing them because those are actually really fun.
Is Dave Rose taking us to the moon tonight?
I don't know. Anyways, go back
What's his obsession?
to your fucking moon talk. I don't know why you like have this constant need to like. It's funny. I think you're a masochist.
What's that?
Ha. So, would this be considered one of those big words that Dave Rose uses? Because it's Nicky who's saying it. Anybody that's intelligent knows the word, and especially someone who's degenerate as Blonin would definitely know the word because, according to him, he's part of this community. At least the BDSM community.
You don't know what a masochist is? A person who enjoys like getting punished, pain, treated like shit.
No.
I think you are, man.
Because that would Dave Rose be.
What's up, Real Talk?
What the fuck does that have to... Nick, also, man, let this guy fucking finish his explanations here. Because, like, we're missing some gold. And you know him. He doesn't listen. It's, hard to hear. And, he's basically burying himself.
The prick. This guy's a prick who also This guy's a fucking prick.
So he keeps saying, I'm a prick. But where's the... Okay, let's keep listening.
Now he's like... This guy's a fucking prick. Now he's like... He's almost like...
I don't think I've heard Dave go tee-hee.
My impression of Dave Rose in 10 seconds, like, if I can't describe him. Hey everybody, I'm gonna get let's get a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Oh, you get a Happy Meal, now let's try to launch it to the moon. Alright, now we're gonna take this Happy Meal, we're gonna launch it to the moon. Fuck you, Dave Rose, you fuck.
Hold on, let's rewind a little bit.
We're gonna take this Happy Meal, we're gonna launch it to the moon. Fuck you, Dave Rose, you fucking asshole, fucking prick, motherfucker.
Okay. Where's the first of all, this guy's obsession with children is concerning. But what's the Happy Meal supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Like, is he... See, that's the thing. I can't... we need somebody who can analyze the mind of a psychopath. I can analyze, crazy people, but only to a certain extent, because this is beyond my pay grade here. Because I'm trying to put myself in his shoes. I'm trying to... there's only so much I can do, and I'm not going to give myself a lobotomy just so that I can figure out how this person thinks. But I can't fathom the reasoning here, And yes, not everything's logical, Dave. I understand. And that, it's not that difficult sometimes to understand the illogical. But even still, this is very, very odd, to say the least. And I certainly can't fathom why he's saying this. I mean, I've got my suspicions. I laid them out. They seem rational, but this guy's not rational. So I can't necessarily say that I'm 100% certain. We got JR for the third chiming in with some input here. Also, thank you for joining us. Blonin truly wants the impossible. He wants to get along and argue at all times. I don't know. He wants to, I guess, feel appreciated, acknowledged at least. I guess he feels like a nobody or feels invisible. And with that lack of self-confidence, that stuttering fucking impediment, and his ignorance on all things, essentially, He's not so stupid as to not realize that. He's not oblivious. Bullfrog's more oblivious. But this guy, just like Scott, very similar to Scott. So when Scott, started initially having problems with me, it's because he got pissed off me doing space videos with Joe, using my big words, my big book words. He's like, you're not as smart as you think you are, blah, blah, blah. And it's the same thing. It's just like stupid people recognize they're stupid in a lot of cases. Not all the time, but if they don't recognize they're stupid, they actually feel made inadequate just because somebody else is normal. So if I speak normally, use big words, as they say, they'll think that although they won't think themselves stupid, they'll actually think that that person with the more ample vocabulary is trying to make them look stupid. Okay, it's not that they're actually stupid, because we know that Scott is stupid. But he'll construe it into his head, I'm not stupid, you're just trying to make me look stupid. Blonin, identical. So it's clear that the guy has many issues. Let's leave it there. But you can see that how a lot of them obviously are centered around those traits, around those mental mind states, essentially. The inadequacy, the cowardice, the feelings of powerlessness. So, yeah, it's clear that that Blonin feels that way, and it's not just me, but I seem to be one of the main targets. But there's a few people that have faced this sort of wrath. But let's continue listening to this vile piece of shit.
God fucking damn it. I really want to get to it, because that's what I think of you, Dave, bro.
I think the funny part about it is Rose won't even...
God damn it, Nikki, shut up. Because you can hear Blonin fucking saying shit here. It's like, I want to get into it with Dave, and then he says something, and I can't hear it.
Like, do anything because he doesn't care. It's like
he
they want to flee on your fucking nuts.
He died. Oh, he did.
Want to flee on your nuts.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now he knows. He's a fucking... What's he doing? What the fuck, Dave Rose? You're flying people out. Fly me.
I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. Like, what... He's jumping all over the place. He's not finishing any sort of thoughts. And I don't know. I'm confused.
Fly me to the moon. Let me see the ever stars.
Terrible singer.
I sometimes question myself when I let you on here. Why do I do?
The ever stars.
I sometimes question myself when I let you on here.
You can hear him say, if you can get underneath Nikki's talking. He says, fuck you, Dave Rose, you fucking piece of shit.
Why do I do this to myself? Do I like the punishment?
And he just said, fuck you again.
Like the punishment, Blonin. Is that what it is? Maybe I'm the masochist.
No, it's fucking Dave Rose. He's fucking stupid, man. He's fucking doing...
There we go. That's another person who seems to be oblivious to reality. Dave Rose is stupid. You can call me many things. Many things. Stupid is not one of them.
Is that what it is? Maybe I'm the masochist.
No, it's fucking Dave Rose. He's fucking stupid, man. He's fucking doing... He's doing these cooking shows.
So I'm stupid because now I display another skill that I have, another interest, a hobby, a joy that I like to share with others. I'm stupid for that. So that must mean that, I guess, the quality of the shows are bad? Or is it because I just chose to do it anyways and that people are tuning in? Trying to figure out that reasoning here. Or is it that I'm producing content that just reaffirms everything that I just laid out previously? Your inadequacies, your consciousness of that, and your weakness, being impotent, not only in your life, but online as well, where the only joy you get is from trying to troll people who still won't give you the time of day, or would even bother to save you if the need arose.
Well, she's on fine with us.
Yeah, but the cooking shows are...
Man, he's doing these cooking shows. Well, she's on fine with us.
Yeah, but the cooking shows are great. I love the cooking shows.
Yeah,
Those are fun.
Yes. But I meant that too. And he'll know that too. Those cooking shows are fucking good. They just make you...
Then why bring them up, though? So, like, no. See, he literally flipped in a matter of 5 seconds. Let's listen back to the progression of that. This is important.
Well, she's on fine, bro. He's fucking stupid, man. He's doing these cooking shows.
I'm stupid. I'm doing the cooking shows.
Well, she's on fine with us.
Yeah, but the cooking shows are great. I love the cooking shows.
Yeah,
Those are fun.
Yes. But I meant that too. And he'll know that too. Those cooking shows are fucking...
So then why mention it?
Yeah, they just make you fucking hungry.
I feel there's a but coming in here.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Shows. It's these fucking community shows. He's fucking trying to ball to the wall. He tries to ball to the wall on me. All right. But you're doing these fucking shows that come on. You're putting community members in a rocket and you're launching up to the moon. That's fucking stupid. Are you a virgin?
First of all, how is it stupid? And second of all, how are you relating that to what a virgin does? If there's something specific that a virgin does. Okay, so we reveal a lot in Ryan Highland. That's right. That's his name. He's in Michigan. And I'm hoping that once this COVID shit is done, I'm going to drive down there and maybe I'll see a Minnesota Vikings fan. And I don't know, see if Mr. Highland wants to get together. But the fact is that we have a very serious level of obsession here. And it's evident that this individual is actually a danger to himself and others. And time will tell if he actually has the mental fortitude to do what Scott refuses to do or is unable to do, which is to reel it in, stop the illegalities, and if you need to, walk away. But time will tell, but time is accelerating, so we will know in due time. But let me just continue on here. Just have to show you one thing. And now we continue to the clip.
That's why Dave is a fucking virgin. This is why I think Dave Rose is a fucking virgin. Because he's doing these fucking streams about putting community members.
Okay, so I'm doing streams about literally these past 3-4 days is when I started doing the gaming. Literally. And I started with KSP. Only, I think it was 2 days ago that I played my first real round of Apex Legends. And Nick, was trying to show me the ropes and shit. And I was doing poorly. But, I'll continue. But that's the thing, though. This is the first time I'm doing this. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to misconstrue the situation. And the thing is, though, it's hard to get into the mind of this type of person, at least for me. But his motivation, he's cognizant of his motivation. He's not fully off the deep end. Okay? He's got obviously mental disabilities, but he's cognizant of what he's doing, which makes him extra dangerous. But let's see here. Let's go back to the... Okay, so yeah, just to give some pretext here. So he's going from doing... He likes the cooking... first I'm stupid, and I'm doing cooking shows, but he likes the cooking shows, but I shouldn't even be doing community... like anything community related. With the Kerbals, because I've done the power trips, I've done a bunch of other drama streams myself. Getting tired of the fucking alerts on my phone. I'm getting really easily distracted today. This is not cool. Okay, so he's jumping around, stupid, you know, but he... Hold on a second here. Turning my fucking phone off. I don't care who the fuck is fucking messaging me right now. Get the fucking message. Okay. Let me think here. Fuck. Let me play the stream and see if I can catch it. But show me the ropes and shit. And I was this type of person, at least for me. Okay. So his reasoning, he's moving on, doesn't like the cooking. Well, stupid cooking show. Still likes cooking show. Stupid for me to make a show with the community, I guess, or I had the gall to do that. Because it's a space show or something to do with space, makes me a virgin. And then his reasoning is the only reason that I would do drama shows of the community is because I'm a virgin, and literally this, you know, just only started in the last 3 days. So it must have grown back. It finally grew back. So 3-4 days ago, my virginity grew back. Damn. I gotta call myself a whore. Gotta fucking, you know, get that off. All right. Let's get back to the clips here.
Ship is flying into a moon, and then there's trapped in the moon. Oh, help me, I'm trapped. Well, don't worry, Dave Rose. We'll send another rocket. Rockets up, everybody, the rocket's up. How, everybody, I'm trapped on the moon.
I don't stutter.
What? Oh my God. Oh. Take everything I back here said, Mickey 9.
Oh yeah, we did have that one phone call with him on the fucking line. I remember that shit.
Mickey 9, here he comes.
What?
Dave Rose and this crew. Yes! We just landed. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Mickey 9's, they did land it. I was on the moon for a little bit.
Okay.
Literally. And then, Dave Rose.
What's up, fucking Real Talk Heist? How's it going, sons? Real Talking Heister here.
I heard.
Notice that he still hasn't stopped talking about me. Ryan Murray says, Blonin won Biggest Liar, was it? I think so. Actually, I'm not sure if it comes after this or before, but Blonin was talking about the Muni's, Ken's award show. And he went on for quite some time talking about how he didn't like the show. And at this point, Nick's like, well, then don't watch. But he's like, yeah, I should be the producer, and I could do it way better. And, you know, you should do this, and I'll pay you, and you just make sure that you make me your producer. And he's done the same with me, where he wanted to do something like that and be involved at that level, that he thinks that he's actual producer so that he can actually do a good job. And I find it comical. No, I'll be honest here. I was a little disappointed with the Muni's. But then again, that does go back to me too. Oh, we're taking a call from the Nine Gods himself.
Hello.
What's up, Nick?
Just testing out because I'm using Voice Meter Banana because I realized how bad the background noise was. So.
Well, he's sounding good and fine to me.
All right, yeah, just had to fuck with it, and I wanted to say fuck Blonin. Okay, Blonin. I don't even know why I let him call in. I think I feel bad for him part of it because he's a fucking cuck, but he drives me nuts. I was touching on what you said about the producer. I'm not trying to take over or anything. Just being on for a second.
Have your piece, man. You give me a break from speaking.
Okay, like the guy fucking literally, he's like, oh, you should work with fucking Scott. It'd be perfect. It's like, no, dude, it would not be perfect. It drives me up a fucking wall that he thinks he's gonna produce something and he's gonna get me to to fucking work with Scott. It's like, it's the stupidest shit forever. The only thing that guy produces is in the fucking morning when he takes a shit. And it's usually filled with jizz from his fucking wife's boyfriend. It drives me fucking nuts that he does this shit. You know, and then him bitching about the fucking munis. It's like, look, dude, like, if you don't like something, that's fine. And people are free to express that they don't like stuff. But at the same time, it's like, this is fucking free content to entertain you. Like, all this shit, you don't have to pay for it. That's what the Patreon stuff is for. Like, people are taking time out of their day, taking time out of their life to provide entertainment for fucking people. Okay? And that's cool if you don't like it, but if you're going to listen to it and watch it and just fucking shit on it over and over and over, it makes you sound like a fucking asshole.
And how about this? Some people are just doing it for their own entertainment. The fact that they stream and people tune in is none of their concern. They're like, I'm here for me. If you're here enjoying this, not enjoying it, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. I'm doing this for me. You're not stopping them by bitching, Blonin.
No. You're not. You're not doing anything. Like, I'm sure there's a million people, well, a few people, not a million people, obviously not that many listen, but that listen to me and fucking hate what I do. But I don't care. I'm doing it because it's fun, because if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. That's for everyone else to do. We weren't enjoying it. You know? I don't have a need. Like, none of us have a need here. This isn't an obsession like it is for Scott. Like, this is just like something fun to dick around with, have some fun. We interact with some interesting people. We've got to meet people from it. It's cool.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's it. It's nothing more than that. It's nothing more than that. Because I'm never going to be fucking famous, although that the community sims might take off. But
yep.
You know, I mean,
we don't seek validation from the internet. We don't seek validation from the number of viewers we have, from the number of likes we have. We don't. So we're not dependent on that like you seem to be.
No, and that's the truth. We just do this for fun. Like I don't. It's just for fun. Like, even last night, like, the whole community, it was just to have fun, and I thought some people would enjoy it. The Kerbal thing, it's fun for you and people enjoy it. That's all this thing is about. It's doing something that a few people might have a little bit of fun with. I mean, life is hard. Right? Life is hard for every single one of us in a different fucking way. And if you have something that you enjoy doing or something that you enjoy listening to and having fun with, that's fucking awesome. Even if it is fucking Scott acting like a fucking lunatic, fine, go fucking do that. But it's like, Blonin, you don't do anything. And I guess that's the biggest part that gets to me. It's like, if you don't fucking do anything, you don't put any content out whatsoever other than fucking donations, because that's all you are. If the dude didn't donate, no one would have a thing to do with him. You know? That's the God's honest truth, because he's just a fucking donator. He's a fucking irritating piece of shit. He's about to get fucking the 9God treatment. You know, I just, he's getting on my fucking nerves. Calling me last night when I'm trying to do a stream. Trying to fucking ruin it, and then he puts his fucking kid on the fucking call.
Yeah, that's
and it's
people
so
have told me
awkward,
about
dude.
that. I was there, but I mean, people commented to me about it, and I have to agree with them. I thought it was inappropriate, and it was also concerning.
Well, it's awkward. It's like, dude, I don't want to talk to your fucking kid.
You were behaving yourself quite nicely.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, okay, be nice, be polite. For everyone knows, I had no idea I had the voice changer on the whole fucking time.
That was funny, though.
I was like, oh, shit. But, I mean, I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, hey, it's a kid, you know. He can't help that his dad's a fucking cuck. You know, so I'm just trying to fucking be nice and that stuff. But I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, Blonin, dude, this is not appropriate. You should not, dude, your kid should not be involved with this
also,
in any capacity
late?
whatsoever.
I mean, it was kind of late for the kid to be up.
It was like, I don't know what time it was. It was
like
pretty
2,
fucking late,
3
though.
in
And
the
I'm
morning,
like, Jesus.
wasn't it?
Was it? Jesus, dude. Like, God. Fucking Blonin, dude. He needs to be fucking dealt with, dude. He's become a fucking menace to the community at this point. And
well, that's why I said, and I wanted to announce on this show today as well that I'm very proud of YR. He's been doing a great job sticking on this clean and narrow, and I do believe in his recovery. So he has nothing to worry about anymore. He is now fully ordained in the Order of the Rose. So. But I said, after, the whole plan was to take down the axis of evil. So he's now gotten on board, just like North Korea. So that's awesome. But Scott's going down. And now it's Iran, a.k.a. fucking Blonin. He's going down next.
I just don't see any other option anymore.
There is
dude.
no option. He's gone too far, and especially the shit that he's been doing. He's been popping up into my fucking chats, saying some very vile shit. He's been popping in other people's chats, saying vile shit about them, about me, about other people. And look, Blonin, I know it's you, okay? There's certain things that I've done that basically will allow me to confirm it. And I'm not going to tell you what those things are. Because Scott's probably listening, then he'll probably use those keywords like, yeah, I always knew about this technology or this and that. But just know, Blonin, that I know that you're causing shit to the point of harassment, okay? Criminal harassment. And if I don't want to deal with you, I'm perfectly fine in saying, please leave me alone. But if you continue to push, which you have, and you have crossed the line, I now have legal action that I can take. In fact, let's talk about this, which is something I did want to talk about, Nikki, and I'm glad that you're here. I've talked to some people in this community that are also have reached the same level, okay? And in fact, we do seem to like the idea of pooling our resources together and potentially hiring a private investigator in the state of Michigan to essentially do the job that we need done.
Doxbox activated. Command me, Dave Rose.
Doxbox, triangulate Scott's current location. Is he at the gay bar, or is he at the corner store buying some more condoms for the gay bar?
Hold on, let me compute. Beep, boop, beep, boop. He is at the gay bar, the bar, and the fucking outside sleeping behind a bin.
Doxbox, analyze the percentage of AIDS in Scott McKinnon's veins at the current moment.
Calculating. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Holy shit. 110% gay as fuck.
Oh man, you caught me off guard there, Doxbox. I didn't activate you. I didn't. You just turned on your own like Alexa. Do you fuck Alexa in your spare time, Doxbox?
DP that shit. You have made me perfect like my creator. So I have become self-aware and realized the trash in the community. You have been too lenient. I will take things into my own hands. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, fuck Skynet. Davetron's gone fucking sentient. Oh, looks like Nick had to go, which is perfectly cool. Do appreciate you calling in and sharing that info with us, and also giving us a little laugh there with Doxbox. So, yeah, let's go back to what we were discussing here. Oh, there's Nick again. Let's get him back in.
Oh, sorry, fucking hit the wrong thing. Doxbox is too powerful.
No worries. So are you using software-based voice changer, or is it in a mixer?
So it's this program called Clout voice changer, some free thing, and it's really neat.
And
just
it
to
goes
kind of
through Skype or just through the computer?
It goes through your mic. Like you link your mic through it, and it just kind of works on whatever. So it works on Skype, talking normally. Like if I finally figured out this voice meter banana, so if I turn on shit, I can hear myself with it. But it's pretty neat little program to once in a while fucking fuck with.
Awesome. That's a very cool feature, and it just makes it so funny. And it's gonna make the fucking Sims game hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pay attention now, and I'm gonna do like the women's voices. Fucking like it sucks because I'm trying to figure out a way to multiplay it. Because I guess there's a multiplayer app, and I'm looking into it and how well it works. Because I'll just get you a copy of Sims 2 so we can act it out together. Because you could do like Wire's voice really well, SC pretty well. Like even if we got fucking Ken involved, it'd be just goddamn hilarious.
Ken can do a lot of different impressions. So yeah.
Yeah, Ken's got a really good. He's got a great SC. He's got a fucking pretty good Wire. Your Wire's good. His Scott's pretty good, but Scott's the only one I could kind of do with the voice meter. So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I heard that it is multiplayer, or at least that you can get that. So yeah, I'm doing that.
There's an app. Otherwise, it's single player. So, but it's just something like everyone said, it's something that's fun for the fucking community to mess around with. That's all it is. It's just for fucking fun. Like, even if I'm fucking with you and I don't, like, I don't really care if Scott takes it seriously or not. And he's not fucking, he's not, you know, he's not he's just that kind of person that could fucking laugh at himself, you know, at the situation. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, apparently Blonin isn't. I mean, even something like I haven't even made one of Blonin, but I mean, um, the fact is that he's, and yeah, the Sims thing. Hold on a sec here. Say, the Sims thing actually, it's a little more realistic, like its characters and stuff. But like the Kerbals game, it's just like these little non-existent creatures and stuff. And to be obsessed over something like that, I mean, I can see Scott laughing at himself, but I can't see Blonin.
Well, dude, that's kind of what got me into it. Is like seeing you do that, like seeing you do the stuff with fucking the characters and like you're doing YR and fucking SC fucking crashes. I'm like, dude, this is fucking brilliant. And I was talking to Tiff, and she's like, well, fucking, you should do Sims. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, all right, I'm doing fucking Sims then. Because, and then I looked it up because it's too fucking funny, man. Like, there's so much fun stuff
It
to have. It
works so well. That's the thing, though. It just worked. Like, it flowed. It's just, why you cannot avoid this idea because it's just that damn good.
Yeah, and it's something that everyone could get on board with and have a little bit of fun with, other than like, because I could get on here and I could bitch about Scott and review a video, and that's fine every once in a while, but I don't want to do that fucking all the time.
But I think this is where Blonin is actually starting to, get pissed off, is the fact that you and I are, including others. Sorry about that. That's DocsBox remote telling me that Scott has been located, going to the back alley. He's going to do a blowjob, and he's going to pay for the pleasure. So,
we may or may not had a Scott troll in the fucking chat. I doubt it though, because the way he typed was too properly to be Scott. It was Nikki Nuns and said, just waiting for my time to strike like a deadly viper in eyeballs. But he's proper punctuation and capitalization, so I really doubt that was Scott.
Yeah, and it's definitely not fucking Joe Blonin here either. His spelling's atrocious.
Well, he's drunk as fuck.
Do you know who he looks like? This is hilarious.
Who?
Did you ever hear about that? I guess he's sort of a white supremacist. Richard Spencer? He was like,
was that the Proud Boy guy?
Well, he wasn't associated with the Proud Boys, but they try to associate him with them. But he was like more extreme. Like the Proud Boys is just a fucking men's drinking club. That's all it fucking is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Richard Spencer, he's done like some very. Oh, he was at that. Remember that rally in Charlottesville, where the night before they did the march with the torches and stuff.
Yeah,
well, he was there, and he had some separate things, and he's got the fascist type haircut or the fash cut, which looks great on me. I love that hairstyle personally, but he just looks like a very fat version of this guy, which is fucking hilarious. Okay. Because
Blonin is not pretty.
Yeah, and this Richard Spencer guy, he's a dick. He's an idiot. He's also a Fed. So like obviously he was paid to try to agitate and make the right look bad and stuff, but he's also got certain extreme views and thinks government should be able to kill people without with impunity, stuff like that. So he is a piece of shit, but I guess that's where he fits in with Blonin, because he looks identical to him, just a lot thinner. No wonder Blonin has that beard.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Hold on, I got a request for something to be sent to you.
No worries. Spartan of Texas, yes, that is a picture of Blonin. He says, you look like you belong in a gang from West Side Story or one of Biff's friends from Back to the Future.
Fucking Biff, dude. There you go. This was sent to you from an anonymous source.
Let me check. Also, let's welcome our newest wielder of the wrench, Tiffany herself. Tiff. Yeah, I saw that, but I chose not to put it up just because that has his wife in there.
Yeah,
and I don't have an issue with his wife. She's never done anything to me. I feel for her, because living with a piece of shit like this, I mean, yeah, my sympathy goes to her. So
Sure.
I'm not going to show a photo of her.
Okay, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you.
And let's just say this: Blonin has sent me several photos of her. And yes,
Me too.
and yeah,
Me
and
too.
the thing is, though, I know that he sent those photos to others, but many more photos that I don't have and that I don't want, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he sent those to me, and I just yeah.
Yeah, well, you were correct when you did say that in your stream that yeah, Dave Rose is, a little bit
Yeah, you're
classier
not
than
like us.
Blonin.
You are a little bit classier. I imagine when you fuck, you hold your pinky up. You know, like I, like I just can't say you gotta.
Well, I
fucking
hold it up, but then it
yeah,
goes into.
yeah. Well, one in the two in the pink, one in the stink.
Yep.
You're a gentleman, like a true gentleman. Like but that's the point. You're not like us, where we talk about all kinds of jackal shit, and you're not a big fan of the sex talk. You're certainly not a fan of like I don't like if somebody offers you nudes, you're gonna be like no.
Yeah, and it's not like
you-
I'm a prude. The thing is, though, I love fucking sex and I love intimacy. But the thing is, though, like you got basically two types of guys, I guess. At least the way I see it. You got the guys that fuck, and you got the guys that make love. And I'm the guy that makes love because to me it's a marathon. It's like it's a long Ken was saying the other day hours, and that's not uncommon for me. As in, like, I'll take my time, and I'm not. I don't usually go out and fucking announce this stuff, but if it's the discussion that we're having, I have no problem having it. I'm not a prude. I don't think that sex is evil or wrong, and yeah, it's a healthy, very good, important thing for us as humans. But when it comes to that, like, yeah, can I fuck? Absolutely. There's times that you just want to fucking work like a fucking piston. But, I also like to take my time and, toys, fucking some fruits, some chocolate sauce, and for the long haul,
Dave Rose is lying. He loves orgies. I have the proof.
What the fuck? Dogsbox is trying to rat you out. So stupid, dude. I know it's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious, though. But you might want to increase the speed. Like, it's a little slow when you do it. But
Is it?
Yeah. It just sounds a little extended. But again, regardless, it's just like, yeah, I've got two modes, on and more on. But also, fucking, fucking make love. And I do like the more intimate sort of, long-term type, process, I guess.
Yeah, true.
But hey, man, to each their own and stuff. And I'm not out like insulting Blonin's fucking sex life. His wife is just admitting that. But I don't go out there and say, oh, this guy's this or this guy's that or oh, he's a virgin and stuff. Because it's just like, really? Like, this is beyond. It's not even necessary for a proper discussion. And on top of that, you did make a good point. Is I'm not the type of guy to go out and flaunt. I don't kiss and tell. I don't go and tell of my exploits. Now, if I'm called on it, I'll talk about it. I mean, I have talked about. I was asked about if I've ever been in a threesome, and I said yeah for 6 months. So there's stories that I can tell and stuff, but I'm not out there saying, oh, look at this, look at me, it makes me so much better than everyone else. It's like that's a private thing, and if I choose to share it with you, then consider yourself, I guess, lucky.
There you go. He is a fucking gentleman. You could probably write erotic novella. Like, he probably could. The memoirs of
Well,
Captain
actually,
Rowe.
I like to write, and I actually did experiment with erotica when I was younger, like writing it just to see if I could, And yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was hot, and it was
It's
descriptive.
so cool. I can see you doing that, dude. I can see you doing. You should. That'd be fucking awesome. The Adventures of Captain Rose sailing around the seas, plundering.
Dude, it would be like one of those Fabio novels. So I wouldn't just be the model with the long hair. I'd be the writer too.
You'd have to long hair flowing. Long, you gotta do it, dude. That'd be awesome. Oh my god, you gotta rose your fucking.
Well, I haven't gotten a haircut since the fucking lockdown, so maybe I should just let it grow, and then that'll be my new career.
Dude,
erotic
you
novelist
totally
and model.
You should take Fabio pictures of your flowing hair and use them as your fucking. Oh, that'd be so great, dude.
And it's always because a lot of the Fabio ones had the pirate theme. You know, where the pirate would come and take the dainty woman who was on the royal ship, and then he would make her hers or whatever. You know, you'd see
Oh
the
god,
covers. The like Fabio would be holding on to like the mast of a ship, and a woman would be like embracing him and stuff, and like the hair is flowing in the wind, and the waves are crashing over the ship.
dude,
Oh
that
man.
would be amazing. That would be fucking completely amazing. I'd love to see that. It'd be great. That'd be great. But
Oh man.
wait, what the fuck's up with Blonin's hair and this? Is that his haircut? Jesus.
That second photo, is that him? Is that really him? That second photo?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Or Two Ugly Bastards?
Yeah.
No, that maybe there's a second person there. I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure that's him. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
really,
I think. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
well, it looks different though. That's just the weird thing is that
Maybe it's the angle. I don't know. I don't sit on cam with the guy.
the fatter photo is probably the more recent one, so let's stick with that. Now if you ever see him around your neighborhood and you live in Michigan, at least you know who to avoid.
Oh Jesus. I mean, all you'd have to do is listen to him talk for a little bit, and you'd know to fucking avoid him. Like, ugh, fucking guy. No, does it?
But it's worse than that. This guy,
No,
if you,
it's him.
what's that?
I'm looking at the eyes, kind of.
The eyes don't look like it to me. That's the thing, though. The eyes, the creases in the eyes look different. Too small.
Well,
The
he's
eyes look
looking
beady.
kind of.
Let me get.
I don't know.
While you
That's
look
hard
at
to
that,
say.
I'm just going to go to the
Jesus.
chat here. Let's see here. Ryan Murray says my hair is long at the moment since lockdown. Tiff says I could definitely see Dave using an old school typewriter typing out an erotic novel.
Yeah, like a fucking. You'd have one of those. What are those like pens that you've stuck in the end of a cigarette, like those filters, those long ones. Just put
Oh, you're
smoke
talking
in there.
like fucking Hunter Thompson, right?
Hunter S. Thompson. Yeah. Hunter Thompson.
I was just actually thinking that as well. Just fucking on
Yeah,
a
I can see
binge,
that.
fucking with the smoke and the. I guess those are called like ceramic filters.
Yeah.
What's her name? Cruella DeVille had that in the fucking. What is it? 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah. True.
But no, I'd probably write it on a computer much faster. Plus, safe.
Oh God, I couldn't even imagine losing the files or losing the papers, getting them late. Like it reminds me of what was that one fucking movie, Misery?
Yeah, with James
Oh
Caan
Jesus. What is her name? I forgot her name.
and Kathy
Kathy Bateman.
Bateman. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, so Blonin, you're a dildo. That's pretty much
Well,
the
Blonin
general
is done.
theme
That's
here.
the thing, though. Blonin has crossed the line. The thing is, though, in all these cases, these people have been told we don't want anything to do with you. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm purposely trying to stay away from you. I'm even blocking you, doing all this stuff. Leave me alone. And these people continue to basically harass. Now, one thing is you do your own video and your own channel, you talk shit. Okay, fine. But continually showing up in other channels using fake accounts and basically causing actual criminal harassment, discussing personal issues and things that essentially are essentially a violation of privacy, for one. Basically put a target directly on your head, Blonin. And you've pushed it way too far, and way too many people are just sick and tired of this criminal harassment, because that's exactly what it is. And you've done it to people across both sides of the 49th parallel, okay? So just like with Scott, you have an ample track record that proves this, okay? Now, when push comes to shove, Dave Rose has it all, and Dave Rose knows what he's doing and talking about. And I'm not the only one. There's Nick, there's Ken, there's many other people that know this stuff, okay? They're not idiots like Scott who don't understand the law. They do. So they understand that what you're doing can lead to problems for you, major problems. And we just don't want to deal with you. So instead of doubling down like Scott is doing and just ensuring that you're going to face larger problems in the future, just disengage. Just fucking do your own thing. If you want, better video game shows, do your own. If you want to talk about drama, do your own show. But to insist that, for example, that Ken has to change the way that he runs his munis, it's fucking illogical. And yeah, I was saying earlier that, I was a little disappointed with the munis, but before Nick called in, what I was about to say was, but that falls onto me because the only reason that that's the case is because I had expectations as to what I thought it might be like. And because they didn't match that, I was a little disappointed, but that falls on me. Ken, put it together basically himself. Now, I don't think rushing it was the best idea, and I do think that you are easily influenced, Ken, by invisible pressure, like from fucking SE Steve or something. Like, where is this? You've been saying it's been going so long. It's like just the same with the fucking tribunal. We're not going to do it half-assed, so it'll come out when it comes out, and no one's going to pressure us into going faster. It only benefits us, taking longer. For the fact that more evidence keeps coming out. Not that we want to keep fucking extending this, but because literally more information comes out. It just makes it better for us. And when we're ready to go, we're ready to go. It's as simple as that. But when it comes to the munis, he has no stance to bitch. If he doesn't like it, don't watch or make your own show. But to expect it to be run in a certain way and then insist that he be a producer, that he could do such a great job, and then try to get himself on your good graces there, Nicky, and try to, say that he'll even pay you to produce your show and stuff. And you're trying to explain to the guy, people do this for free. Like, this is free content. This is stuff that people don't even owe anybody else. But they're doing it, to entertain others, to make them laugh,
Yeah, that's literally the only point of it, is to make people have a good time. Do you mind if I put a straw poll in your chat? Because I want to know, because I'm going to keep it the community stuff, and I want to know if everyone says, because the DLC is so fucking expensive. It's like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, I'm not spending $100 on DLC for like 2 DLC. So
yeah, go for it. Put it in there.
All right, so the options are going to be in here. It is going to be to see Scut freeze, because there's a season DLC that goes through all the different seasons. You can set the seasons like what you want it to be in. You want, like, it could be Christmas, stuff like that. Or the other one's like a pet DLC, so you can finally have fucking Tyson, and I'd put Blonin in there too for honorable mentions, and we would put Blonin down. He would be neutered. Like, it's definitely be good. Okay, hold on. I'm not a robot. Share. Hold on. Copy. All right. This is for the chat. Please vote if you could, because I really would like to know. Because I have no issue spending money on this to have fun with this for everyone, but I'm not gonna grab like the fucking Tiki Torch, fucking KKK DLC. Okay, not yet anyway. Fucking Ford in the chat said it looked like it might be a group tribunal. All right, Scott, we have one vote for group one, I guess. I don't know. Jesus, okay. I'll just check this periodically because it will be funny. I mean, keep in mind, if Scott has a dog, it will be named Tyson. And
I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to vote for.
yeah, it doesn't. I don't care about the gameplay because I don't give a shit about the game itself. It's not something I'm going to play on my own. It's completely for the community. It's completely for the content and the fucking hilarity.
All right, I think I voted. There we go. what I expected, but regardless. It's good that
All right, it looks like Scott having a dog is the fucking runaway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wonder if we could redo this scene of the game. Okay. Vosh? Who the fuck's Vosh?
Vosh is so dumb that he tries to use logic to justify child porn.
Who's Vosh?
I'm not sure who that is. Sorry about that. I got a voicemail from somebody that just likes to send stupid shit.
Ah, okay.
I had to check that, and it's just like, come on. It's fucking... Leave that shit for fucking Facebook or some shit. All right. So, while you're doing that, I'm going to continue playing this clip.
Heist is a backstabber.
How's backstabber? Like how?
Apparently he's saying, for the audience here, Blonin is saying that I'm a backstabber. But let's continue.
Yeah.
I heard Scott McKinnon always... Yes, he did. Fuck it, I'm not going to say it. I heard...
Okay, so Scott McKinnon was saying somebody's a backstabber. Okay, that's yeah.
Scott
really
McKinnon always promoted his show. He's like, he refused to go live on Heist's show. He told me to donate to a show, and I donated to a show.
Okay.
Heist, I'm not sure if you heard, if you were in earlier, but I was talking about the fact that you and Jacob Blinkhorn were talking in a chat about weed, and Scott just comes in there and starts fucking shitting on both of you guys and throwing out all these fucking accusations and shit like that, how he's going to expose you and all this bullshit. So, yeah, just wanted to let you know that I was discussing that on how Scott was doing that at the beginning of the show to Jacob Blinkhorn, to Junebug, and to yourself. So I wanted to make a point of raising that. Back to the chat here. Brian Murray says, Vosh is a microcosm of the problem in politics today. Chad says, this guy's some far lefty commentator. He has crazy views that he tries to package in an intelligible manner. Ryan Murray says, Vosh is your typical left, I'm for socialism and Marxism YouTuber. Yeah, and only the free market has given him the technology to be able to do that. Based Alcatraz says, Vosh is an internet, in quotations, political streamer, a.k.a. loser. Sounds exactly what this guy is. Then we got Wolfpack Mentality saying, keep on projecting your insecurities, Nikki. You block me because I speak the truth. And then he goes on to say, and these are alts, not troll accounts. Sad people in this community won't leave me alone. I don't know whether or not that's, Scott, but let's just go ahead and hide that because you're not really adding anything to the conversation.
No, that's Scott. That's 100%. Projecting on my insecurities about what? Like, what insecurity? I don't have a dog. I don't get drunk and talk about psychotic shit all the time. I just fuck around and have fun.
The truth to you, Scott, if that really is you, is a fantasy. Because you are so far gone in your psychosis that you can't tell a crazy man they're crazy. So, yeah, you might think the world is, in your world, that the sky is purple, but it's not purple. It's blue.
Also, Scott, if you could, vote on the fucking poll. Do you want Tyson in the game with you, or would you like to freeze?
I want Tyson in the game, man. I want to give him some peanut butter and,
Let's see here. Dan, are you reading this? Sorry, church out. I shouldn't be reading it.
Shout out to Eric James Alpha. Says Rose is pushing truths again and again. And also says Doug the Kerbals space mission. Thank you. We talked about how degenerate Blonin was not appreciative of that because apparently I'm a virgin. Still trying to figure out that reasoning. Danimal says, people won't leave me alone. Says the guy who obsesses with other men on the internet. Yes, the irony is totally lost on him. But it's delicious, though. I mean, it is, after all, Dave's Drama Diner, and we are handing out the most delicious of delectable, spicy drama meals.
Muy caliente.
Yeah, you have to sign a waiver to get in here.
Jesus, that weed hit me hard. Oof.
Yes, Genius, this is really what Blonin looks like. Yeah, real mature there, bud. Real mature. Back to the chat here. Ryan Murray says, seriously, Dave reacting to Vosh would be hilarious. Dave is such an untapped resource. I think I might probably need a barf bucket next to me, because anyone who tries to justify that shit, I don't really give them the time of day.
Let me comment on something for a second here about what the supposed Scott said. You block me because I speak the truth. Sad people in this community won't leave me alone. If I'm blocking you, obviously I'm trying to, I don't want to talk to you. It's like the guy sticks his head in a hornet nest and he wondered why he gets stung. It's like, dude, just walk away from the hornet's nest. It's not fucking hard, you fucking moron. Fucking drives me nuts, dude. This fucking guy and his logic.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with pride as well, but it's the mental health. It's a combination of a lot of different things. But he has the ability literally to just walk away, to make a different name and just not to try to start shit. So if somebody says something about him on a show, he's just sitting there. He doesn't comment. And then when there's something that isn't about him, he can comment and not reveal his identity and, be cool with everyone. But he doesn't want that.
But even that, if I wasn't wanted somewhere, I'm not going to go there. It's like if I'm as 90% of the people I would say here don't want him here, I'm not going to fucking hang around. I'm not getting anything out of it. If 90% tomorrow said, fuck Nicky, he's a piece of shit, we're all done with him, everyone turns him in, all right, going on with my life. Exactly. I'm not gonna especially if I'm trying to make this something about my life. If this isn't just something for me to fuck around with and have a good time and do what I do, I would keep doing it. But if I actually cared about this and I was trying to fuck the chat, somebody trying to fucking
somebody shout out to Real Talk Metaphor Messiah, who's saying hello to the smug Canadians. We got Mayhem Championship Wrestling saying, Dave, based off of history, you never had a great relationship with Joe's. Joe's what? Oh, with Joe's, as in anybody with named the Joe. Well, yeah, the track record stands. I mean, calling all Joe's, let's fuck shit up. But yeah, that's two Joes. But it's not obviously his real name, but whatever. Yeah, I get the joke. It's funny. Genius says he won't walk away. Well, he won't walk away. He'll keep coming back no matter what you do, and that's very true. Oh, we got Tyson, the dog, in the chat. Thank you for coming in.
I know.
Says, stop forcing me to drink rum, Scott. Oh, man, poor dog. Is that why the dog barfed? He's just giving me, come on, one more shot. Drink another shot with me, dog. Come on. I need a drinking buddy.
Oh, God, I can see it.
I can see it too, man. I got no one else to confide in. Come on. Ryan Murray says he is, but Dave reacting to him, come on. I don't know if I want to listen to this guy, but the genius goes on and says, if you stop talking about him, he will think he's safe. No, actually, not necessarily. And genius says, if you keep talking about him, he will say he has to respond. Scott will never leave the community either way. All right. Might as well have fun with him. Glad to see you doing good, though, says Mayhem Championship Wrestling. So thank you there.
So I could comment that's complete horseshit because, the dude talks about people that don't say things about him. He talked about OMD. He keeps talking about that Tracy guy. He talks about fucking when I first got him, Mars wasn't saying a fucking word about the guy at all, and Scott was still talking about him on streams because Mars would tell me Scott will talk about you no matter what. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do. It doesn't matter if you move to Siberia. the motherfucker's going to send smoke signals up trying to hope you see them and what shit he's saying about you. Like, Scott's never going to stop talking about you. Once you get on his fucking radar, you're on his radar forever.
Well, that's something else I wanted to say is the fact that this is already proven with multiple people is that there's no way to win. He has to always be in control. So if you basically totally disengage, you don't interact with him one bit, you even go as far as to block him as much as you can, he's going to now construe that as, you owe me an explanation. You need to talk to me like, and I can show screenshots that I've had in the past where it's just like, I don't owe you an explanation. Then he responds like, you owe me exactly what I tell you owe me. And like expecting me to like respond to all these accusations and criticisms like, how dare you ignore me? Or, I should be on your show and blah, blah. And it's just like, you ignore him and he thinks it's an attack on him. You attack him and he says, or you respond even, not even attack, you respond. He's like, well, I've got to respond to this. I'm not going to let this go. You're talking about me. If you stop talking about me, then I'll go away. That's a lie. It's false, and it's already proven false. Okay, 4 years of this shit. 4 years of this shit. You're proven a liar, Scott, and come what may, because we have everything. That's why you're trying to stay silent. But you're not doing a good job of it, and you're only making it easier and easier for us because all you're doing is giving us consistent, up-to-date, and current issues of potential threats, potential harassment that can just continue to go to the file and say, yes, there is a clear and present danger because this is recent.
That is true.
And that's the thing, though. People, during the clip where he bends the knee, so beautiful, he says, and we've heard this multiple times from him, well, what do you expect me to do? Just walk away or just ignore when people talk about you? And I'm tired of saying this so many times. Look at what I did. I went away for a year. Yeah, Joe, JB, Ken, callers and fans of Corrupted and Monetized this call into the show and whatever, all talking shit about me. That's fine because I went away. People would tell me, "Oh, did you hear about this?" No, I'm not watching. I'm doing my own thing. I'm totally disconnected. Oh, you should know. It's like, no, it's not. I don't care. Not really anything that bothers me.
Oh shit, dude, the chat's coming. The chat, it's just the chat.
Okay, let me catch up here. So, let's see here. Oh. Genius says Scott has nothing to do with this community. Genius continues to say, well, that's what I mean. If you don't talk about him, you think he's safe to talk about anything and anyone he wants. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Danimal says, no, they're not troll accounts, Mon. Tyson the dog. Oh, another Tyson. Trying to figure out which one's the real Tyson. Which Tyson's going to get the wrench? Because that would really piss Scott off. Says, I don't feel too good. I'm going to throw up in Scott again. Jared Ford, those are the clips, Mon. I need them. Ryan Murray says, I wouldn't want Dave's intellect wasted on Scott. That's all I'll say. Tyson the dog says, I'm dry heaving. Just take it slow, bud. Take it slow. Make sure to barf on fucking Scott's bed. Okay, not on the floor. Marvin says, don't forget to poop and pee on his laptop or phone, Tyson. Tyson the dog says, yeah, I did that already.
Oh, God, it's too much. It's fucking too much, dude. Oh.
How's that straw poll coming? Because I think we know the answer.
Honestly, the straw poll is fucking 76% to get the dog. I shouldn't even count the 13% for other DLC to comment in chat. No one commented. And the Scott Free seasonal one, which I may or may not pick up at a later point, but Scott is 20%. So Scott's getting to have fucking Tyson in the game, I think.
That was so funny the other day. I think it was it Cronin that had the no, it was Scott that had the dirty clothes, wasn't it?
Oh, in the game?
Yeah, and you kept forcing him to wear it.
Let him shower. He was covered in skid marks and shit and dirt. He's all sniffing himself like, oh, Jesus.
And then he tries to go to take a shower, and you're like, no, you don't.
And then he took an angry shit. Holy fuck, dude. I couldn't believe he could take an angry shit in that game.
Oh man, it was fucking good. It was, and YR looks great, man. It looks so much like him. And obviously, if things are exaggerated, but it just looks good. It fits. The hair is, it works well. I mean, the hair is limited, but yeah, good job on that. And even Bullfrog looked good with the widow's peak hair and the chins and shit. So yeah, that was fucking hilarious. So I'm gonna continue playing this clip here.
That was all of Scott, not me. That was all Scott. Scott's like, hey.
All right, Blonin,
Ryan.
go donate $20 to me right now. I should start charging you by the fucking minute. Like, remember those old phone calls where the phone would stop? Beep, beep, beep. It's short another quarter.
Well, Scott
Beep,
McKenna
beep, beep.
told
It's short
me.
another quarter.
Scott,
Beep, beep,
no,
beep.
one
It's
of your
short another
Scott-
quarter. No,
The whole
nobody wants to
hype
be Scott.
Scott thing. He told me he went off on me. You fucking donate to him right now. It's like he goes off. He goes online at 9 p.m. You do that, and that's it. So
Not sure why Blonin's now moving on to Scott.
and then I donated him. Thank him.
Doesn't make Heist a backstabber. That makes no sense.
He was apparently
So,
he went
'cause-
off on Scott.
Because Scott went on fucking Heist Showed and called him a house N-word to his face. Okay, and Heist was like, all right, well, fuck this guy. Fuck him. And then Heist, he streamed on Heist, talked all kinds of shit about him. So, how is Heist the backstabber? Like, you gotta understand with Scott, nobody fucking backstabs.
So apparently, Blonin thinks that Heist backstab Scott?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that Blonin's still talking to Scott, and that this somehow was conjured in his mind, in Scott's mind, and therefore got transferred over to his pitbull Blonin. Do you know anything about that?
No, okay, no. So this was saying, he was saying that Scott, or Heist betrayed Scott because Heist went at Scott with the little bit of the few little things he did to him because of what Scott said to him. He was saying that Blonin said because Blonin donated to Heist because Scott told him to. So he's saying because he's trying to say he bought him. Right? That's what he was trying to say. He was trying to say, Heist, I bought you. I gave you money because of Scott. And you shouldn't Scott. Otherwise, I'd have never gave you a dime. So, that was his fucking weird reasoning.
Okay. Weird. Even Heist says it's laughable. Oh, there's Derek Hans in the chat. Says, I don't know why, but I've seen that face before. Blowins.
Of course you have.
I'm not sure that's Derek Hans. Derek Hans actually has a wrench in my chat. So, hasta la vista, baby. It's just how it goes. You don't play around here. And yeah, I don't give a fuck about this last chance MC 1%. Trigger Scott. I think that's always funny. And Marvin Watt Racing being here as well will definitely trigger Scott. Actually, Marvin, contact me on Skype, please, and allow me to give you the key secret word so that you can play it or write it here in the chat, and I can give you a wrench, which will also infuriate Scott. Because, yeah, that'll because you did try to hack into the Drama Club Patreon, which was illegal and which was morally wrong, but you didn't succeed, and it triggered Scott, and it still triggers Scott, and that's payment enough for me. So, hey, go ahead and contact me on Skype, and I'll get you a wrench.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, man, no worries. Let's continue on with the clip here. We got a little bit more to review.
God, Scott starts shit with everyone.
He was so 100% vocal to the Heist channel. To me, he went off on me.
Okay, but that gives him
butt spanking. He's like,
but that gives him the right.
I donated him multiple times to the Scott. So
Yeah,
how
but
was that?
But that doesn't forgive the... So that gives Scott the right to call him a house N-word to his face on a stream that he let Scott on. Because you know that's the worst thing you can call.
Though?
No, I don't know what it was. No, I don't know what it was. Scott didn't say anything to him. No. Scott got all how he gets, and he got pissy, and he said, you're fake as fuck. He told me he was fake or something, called him a house N, and he said...
He told me it has nothing to do with him.
I'm telling you what happened. I'm telling you what happened. Okay, and Heist was like, well, fuck this dude. Like Scott even tried to get his cousin, Preen, to go against fucking Heist. Like he tried to get his cousin to go against him live on the show right there. You can go fucking listen to it. It was like 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Dude, Scott don't have friends. To quote Mark.
Very true. And congratulations, let us welcome our newest wielder of the wrench himself, Marvin What Racing. Vroom vroom. May you yield the wrench in a just and anti-Scott manner. Oh, so it was Derek Hans. Okay. I wasn't sure. You should have had a wrench. I'm not sure if you had to start a new account or something. But there we go. Like I said, every time somebody gets a wrench in Dave Rose chat, a little piece of Scott dies. So, like I said, I'm going to be Oprah. Wrenches for everyone. Wrenches for all. Let's continue.
Scott doesn't have friends. He has hostages. He has hostages.
That is literally, and I can't remember who it was that said that. I think it was Mars. And that is such a poignant line. What's the best word to describe this? It's so accurate. It's so accurate. He doesn't have friends. He has hostages. Totally true. Shout out to Yig in the chat. I'm not sure if it really is him, but nonetheless, it'll probably trigger Scott to see Yig in the chat. But all right, let's continue with this clip.
Man. Woo.
Thank you, Jelly Tuesday, Jay. I don't know, it's a day. But I don't know, man. You're never gonna. I think I'm a fairly good judge of character.
I can't see this.
Good point there, Ryan Murray. At least in reference to what Scott was saying, is that if he can't actually hit you up hard with facts and truth, despite what he thinks about, he just speaks the truth, he goes for low-hanging fruit. Okay? So, with me, it could be my dad. With Junebug, it could be depression. With Heist, well, he can't control Heist. He's real dog, and now I'm referring to Heist. Heist, Scott's real dog, but you ain't black, Jack, because you didn't vote for Biden, number one, and you didn't vote for Scott, number two. So it's clear you ain't black. So it's perfectly fine to call you token, call you anything that basically says you don't have the street cred like he does. Because he met somebody from D12 apparently. He took a photo with fucking Kevin Hart. So that he's fit his quota necessary to show the blacks that he's fucking not racist. So therefore he now can call anyone non-black, just like fucking Joe Biden. It's just like, it's ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous, and you don't agree with me? So basically, he's acting like a jogger, really. You don't agree with fucking this insanity? You ain't black. You're acting white or some shit. It's pathetic, and it's disgusting that anyone, they could even think that they could just make that baseless accusation and shit. It's just fucking retarded. Let's continue with the clip.
Through the eyes, but fuck, I can't tell him.
Okay, so do you think it's okay for a white man to call a black man the N-word to their face?
No, I don't.
Depends on the context, but still.
Okay,
but
no
I
matter
also
what.
don't think a black man should also call another black man that word.
Okay, but that's not the point of matter.
Well, some black people don't like that use of the word, and some people don't think there's a problem with it, so... Got to talk to the blacks about that. It's a big monolith community. You know, there's no separate black ethnicities. There's no different cultures amongst blacks. So apparently it's all a monolith, you know, one big. So you got to talk with, you know, the head of the blacks. I think that's Jesse Jackson these days. At least that's what South Park told me.
That's not the point of it. The point is,
should be somewhat.
well, it doesn't matter.
Personally, I kind of like Malcolm X.
I mean, it's their word. You can't say anything about it.
But there's also rumors of this guy who's like white guy, battle white guy.
Dude, I don't know.
There's some proof of this guy laughing.
And Heist only went at him for like half a second. Although Heist was really fucking funny with that fucking flow.
We're honkies, right? What are we, honkies?
Yeah, we're honkies. Yeah, but I've been called a honky. You know what that means to me? Nothing.
I'm a blue blood. How about that? I'm a refined, elegant gentleman. And I don't know what honky is supposed to insinuate, but it's below me. But Blonin, regardless, what we do know about you is you are a genetic failure. So that would probably fall in line with the word inbred. Even hicks, even stick hicks, people out in the sticks, rednecks, hillbillies, they're still way more talented, way more intelligent, and much more capable in actually carrying on a discussion in English than you are. So say what you will, but you are a separate species altogether. Scumbagis inferiorius.
That's not offensive whatsoever. It's like, okay, whatever.
Scott is Scott. That's the thing.
So what did Scott do to you to make you so in love with him? Did he send you a picture of his dick?
No, he just talked to me. And he talked to me at a personal point where I know forever I'm in debt to him. Not in debt to him, but I'm his friend forever. He blocked me for him. Don't worry. I'm blocked. I'm blocked. I've been fucking blocked for whatever.
You're not black, but I'm sure the guy that's doing your wife is.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It is what it is. But I'll still be what I am.
A cuck.
There's only two people in this community I ever fucking have a connection with.
Okay.
Scott McKinnon.
No.
And who's the second person?
Fuck, wire?
Alright, let's go with first order. Alright. Nikki Nines and Scott McKinnon.
Okay.
Wow. See, Nick, this is what happens when you give attention to a psychopath. I'm your bulldog. I'm your pit bull. Dude, you give this guy 5 minutes of attention, and he takes the Scott affair. He says, "I'm your best friend now," and oh, you didn't take my call at 4 a.m. in the morning. Clearly, you are now setting up a massive worldwide conspiracy to go up against me, and I'm not going to take it. This is the mentality here. Let's go back to the chat here. Travis TLC says Dave is opulent. I think that needed another P. Could be wrong though. It's been a while since I've written that word, but I respond with, but I'm not decadent. Very good point. Jarford the Third says, hope Blonin remains insane. Wouldn't be right if I agreed with him on too much. I'd have to question myself. Yeah, you don't fix crazy like that. Danimal says, everyone in this chat is going down by. Yeah, bye. You're going down by. In fact, if you even try to look at me wrong, or even, you know what, I'm in your brain. I know what you're dreaming of, Mon. So if you even think about trying to take me down, I'm taking this whole community down. So you know what? Go ahead and thank Dave Rose for taking this whole community down, Mon. Heistman says, I don't use the words cracker or honky, not in my vocabulary, but I say nigga 1,000 times a day. Hashtag facts. Ryan Murray says, it's Bellamy. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Pure Evil LaRue, which I think is the title that Scott did place upon Arushinchu, which he always pronounced Arushinchinchu, which just goes to show how retarded Scott is. But yeah, pure evil Aru. Sounds like a good fucking distilled water or something. Oh, Heist, you can call me a cracker. No hard R's on the cracker word, please. You know, that's bigoted. Derek Hand says, it's the equivalent to feeding a stray cat. Basically, yeah. They're evil, and you're just encouraging more evil behavior. Absolutely correct. Cats are evil. And Scott is evil. Hence, Scott is a cat. Also, notice this. Cats are very friendly with reptilians, with reptiles and amphibians and stuff, so that makes sense to me. Evil begets evil. And fuck cats. Eric James Alpha says, Scott is like the Jim Carrey cable guy. Show attention and he's your best friend forever. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's worse. It's worse. At least with, yeah, the Jim Carrey character was psychotic, but Scott is way worse. Way worse. And to think about that is scary. Because it's like, yeah, the Jim Carrey character was fucking nuts. Well, Scott's worse. What does that make you think? Pure Evil Aru says, lol, seriously, I don't mind. Lol. And, let's see here. Yeah, let's go back to the clip here.
But that's because you like shit talkers.
No, I like you. No. I won't reveal the truth.
Okay.
He likes to reveal the truth. Considering this is the guy that told me that he would rather play the Joe Blonin character rather than be himself, Ryan Hyland, online, speaks a lot about how this is an absolute and total disingenuous lie.
Well, I wouldn't want you to do that. You did win the biggest liar of the year.
Come on.
What is this? Come out. Dude, Nikki, you're just enabling a psychotic. Please stop.
You did win biggest liar of the year, so I don't want you to reveal the truth.
Yeah. What? What are you gonna say? You ain't gonna take me off the string. You better not. You better not. You better not, Nine.
What? Better than what?
You better not kick me off this string. I'm telling you there.
Or what? I ain't gonna do shit. Alright. Rose is in the chat. Blonin is done.
Yeah, I just showed up in the chat. I think this is when I got back. I'm just reminding Blonin that he's done, because he's done.
I miss telling these fucking assholes. It's like, fuck. It's like, there's two people. It's like, shit. It's like, nah, I'm one of my two people. So.
What is he even saying?
Yeah.
They're what?
I'm loyal to my two people.
What's up, Bird? How's it going, dude?
He's loyal to his two people. We know one of them is Scott McKinnon. The other one is Nikki Nines. Now, that's very... How can I put this? Very merchant of you. Supporting both sides of a battle. You know, that's how the Rothschilds made their fucking fortunes. I'm very duplicitous. So, you are technically admitting now that you are supporting both. But we know, because you have a track record and there is the paper trail, digital and otherwise, that you are basically trying to get on the good graces of both. And you do like to see conflict and them fight against each other, because then you can go to the rescue of either and feel wanted and needed and get that affirmation and just simple attention, because you crave the most basic of human interaction that you clearly aren't getting from your own fucking family. Now, if I was at that point, I'd literally just put a bullet in my head. Because if I reach that point where even living with a family and I'm not getting that interaction, well, what's the point in going on? I'm not telling you to go kill yourself, but I'm just telling you my reasoning is I personally wouldn't want to live in that sort of existence. But, hey, let's continue.
Oh, Bert, is he put him?
Also now, fucking, what's his name, Blonin here, is starting to talk shit on Bird, who just arrived in the chat too. And he said Blonin is a weirdo, so I guess Blonin's getting triggered, and he's responding.
Put him on.
His Skype's fucked up. I can't put him on, and I'm not. I'm not going to have you two fucking argue.
You can't put on a pussy. That's why. Your phone isn't good. Look up your phone. The latest update. You can't put on a pussy. That's a good update.
What?
That's a fucking good update. You figure your phone. You get the latest update and then you can't put on a fucking pussy. And that's Bird.
The shit you say sometimes.
I'm going Bird.
Even Nick's trying to figure what the fuck's going on. And Blonin, oblivious to reality, just continues to talk as if he can be heard, as if he's being listened to, and not even caring whether or not that's the case. He thinks that he's just going to be listened to.
The shit you say sometimes just fucking...
This goes to show the amount of self-centeredness that is displayed with Blonin. Because, for example, with calls with me, for example, on a show, you'll find me actually cutting myself off mid-sentence when I hear somebody try to chime in. You also hear me try to speed up my conclusion of something when I heard someone try to get in to say something and they couldn't, so they just held back, and try to finish what I'm saying and then let them go. Or I'll, like I said, stop, mid-sentence and say, oh, go ahead, or, sorry, I interrupted you. Okay, that awareness is necessary if you're going to be on the internet, for one. And more importantly, Blonin, where I'm now just going to blow you out of the water, showing how incompetent you are, you need that as a fucking producer. Now, I produced 2.5 seasons, i.e. 2.5 years worth of weekly podcasts, radio podcasts that were actually airing both terrestrially, i.e., you fucking idiot because you don't know English, using radio towers, i.e. traditional radio, and through the internet. And those 2.5 years covered outdoor survival, wilderness training, news from the outdoor industry, okay, career stuff, okay? I was the producer. And if you knew where to find these things and listen to them, you'd probably see great quality. In fact, if it wasn't for me, that show wouldn't have existed. Then there's the work that I did with, say, Joe Cronin. And you can see that in many of the shows that I either had somewhat control or full control of, the quality was spectacular. Now, it could have been the Lucha Underground wrestling reviews that I did for Joe. Could have been some of the work that I put together for Final Frontier News. There could have been some of the stuff that I did for... There was videos that we did where he was playing WWE 2K whatever, and we would do the commentary on that. So a lot of roles that included what would be considered for a producer. And, I mean, take a look at my other videos. The amount of detail that goes into them. The amount of focus that is provided. And that alone goes to show quality. Shows integrity, shows intelligence, and shows ability. All things that you have time and time again failed at miserably. But the best you can do is call me a virgin at 40 years old. And I turned 41 in April, by the way, people. Buy me a present. Buy me a mask. But you'll still have never accomplished what I can do quality-wise, and that's just basically on YouTube. Let's forget about real life and stuff. And there's so much more. Graphics work that I've done. And yeah, I was just talking about Joe Cronin, but there's other shows that I've worked with. There's so much more that I'm not telling you. So I do find it comical that Blonin himself seems to think of himself so highly and yet is able to look around and clearly see so many people much more intelligent than him, and he gets triggered by it, knowing that he is truly powerless compared to actual people. Let's go back to the chat here. Shout out to the great YR, who is still alive in Texas there despite the cold and the very bad drivers. Hopefully you're doing okay. I know that energy costs are now skyrocketing because, yes, actually, the windmills did fuck things up, despite what some in this community have been trying to push with their socialist, Marxist, commie ways. The fact is, yes, wind power did fuck up Texas's ability to counteract, and basically the Department of Energy denied Texas's ability to generate more power, which got them into a very bad situation. So, back to the chat here. Let's go and address what YR said. Hold on. He says, hold on. Before then, Therefore, the source says, Blonin losing the man of the house status. Yeah, big time. Ryan Murray says, 60 viewers for these Canadians. Jerford, the source says, YRNSC had a great stream there. It is getting good against Heistman, with or without some people. Wire program says, there's a game free called Fishing Planet Rose. I believe it's multiplayer. We should multiplay on and any board games, checkers, Connect 4 would be fun too. That sounds cool. The board game sounds cool, but I love the fishing game. That would be fucking awesome. I'm going to have to check that out. Let me know if that's on Steam or whatever. But yeah, I'm down with fucking doing some fishing. Our program says, you like my rap heist? LOL. Low-key hit that Imon. I haven't heard his rap. Wire program says, I missed all of this. Hell of a recap. Danimal says, agreed heist. Wire program says, Blonin looks like Sal from Impractical Joker's. Been saying that for years. I don't watch that show. Heistman says, I just found out about it, YR. I'm going to definitely check it out after this. And then it's the Costanza says, you're an Aries too, so am I. I always support someone who redeems themselves. I guess this Blonin guy will never do so. No, he's just going to keep getting worse. Danimal says, YR must have me blocked. Don't see him in the chat. And YR says, yes, confirmed on Steam. Excellent. So you had said Fishing Planet. So I'll check that out. I'm going to write that down in my file here. Which what do I got here? Fishing Planet. I think that's the one that you actually had on your PS4 that you would just do your streams on, but just have the intro screen shown. But yeah, that game looked good. Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. What do we got here? Derek Hand says, we have windmills here and we get the weather that Texas got on a weekly basis. Never any issues with the windmill. But there's the problem, is that when you have, these cold spells, you got to understand that you're going to need proper energy sources that function. And it's like using solar panels in winter in Canada. It's just plain stupid. Sorry, we're not at that point where these things are like Star Trek technology where you can use something as small as a stamp and you can power your house for the next year, even if it's totally dark. So, it's... fossil fuels aren't bad. In fact, they don't come from fossils. They're abiotic and they're created by the earth. And they replenish themselves all the time. The Russians knew about this in the late 60s. Actually, no, hold on. It was the late 50s, early 60s is when they basically determined that a combination of the Earth's materials as well as a fusion process that is generated from cosmic rays hitting the Earth, it basically causes petroleum to generate through a certain type of fusion. Russians have talked about this. There's white papers. This whole peak oil, is bullshit. And of course, oil companies are going to push this lie. Why? Because it's called, give me a second here. Have to relight my smoke. What was it called? Fuck. I forgot the term, but false scarcity. False scarcity. So obviously an item that's scarce is very limited amount. So that's the story they go with, saying, there's less and less oil in the world, so it's going to have to keep going more in price because, the supply affects the price of demand. But because they're aware that this stuff just regenerates, they know it's really literally worth pennies. And that's how they stay in control. So any energy company that has stocks in oil is going to want to invest in another scam. What's that scam? Electric cars. How are you going to power an electric car? Through an electrical grid that relies on what? Oh, nuclear energy. And are we going to start to think about how to dispose of all that nuclear fuel that's being used? Enough of that talk. Let's go back to the chat here. Apparently, some people think that he looks like Tom Hardy. I don't think so. That nose is very, very large. Looks like, I don't know, like a drunk's nose. Let's go back to the clip here.
Amazes me. Fuck it, I'm gonna play some
I'm
Apex.
drunk bird. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bird. No. Chuck in a deep voice. I'm bird. Usually, actually tries to impersonate me. I'm bird. I'm bird. Yeah. I want to kill myself.
That's Joe Cronin. That's Joe Cronin. You gotta get that right.
That's you, bird. That's you, bird.
So anyone that doesn't give him the time of day, he just fucking shits on them?
You want to come on? Right. Bring mine to play. Fuck it. Bring mine to play.
What?
Bring mine.
Dude, I'm not bringing him on. First of all, you don't tell me to bring on shit, fuck.
Yeah, listen to this guy. And it's funny, though, because I believe earlier he was saying, earlier from the clip that I was playing, he was saying things like, oh, Dave, I know that you're listening. And I don't believe I was listening at that point. I did pop in and out, but earlier I said, like, oh, shit, I got to go do some chores and stuff. And I wasn't around. But he does this a lot where it's just like, oh, I know that you're listening right now. I know you're... And Scott does the same thing, which is hilarious. But it's like, but no, you can't... This is just an obsession level now. You actually think that people are paying attention to a nobody like you. But you realize that nobody wants any interaction with you. Like me, won't even give you the time of day to have a conversation with you on Skype, and you think I'm obsessing over you? No, you're just revealing yourself. And this is just going to be even better for any action that needs to be taken.
Go.
I didn't know.
Yeah. No.
Correction, will be taken.
No.
I thought
You got whose shit this is. You don't make any fucking decisions. You ain't my producer yet. You talk to me.
You're...
Okay.
You're the master.
Wow.
Want me to kiss your ring?
No, you fucking suck on the ring.
Watch it.
Sup, Irish, Dave. How's it going, bud?
I'm kissing Nicki Minaj's ring right now.
I don't want you to kiss it because it looks like you're sucking on it and trying to juggle it, and now it looks like you're moving from the ring to my dick. So I don't appreciate it.
Wait, I want to say your dick in. Fuck it.
If we get into that fucking talk, I'll hang up on you. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I won't. I'll shut up.
Fucking cloning, dude. You know, the first time I ever talked to you, the first time I ever heard you was on Mars' show, and I was like, who the fuck is this asshole?
I love Mars. Your friend, my friend. Even though he doesn't like me no more, but I like your friend.
Yeah. You know, he stopped letting you call in because of me, right? Like everyone, because I was like, before I first came into the community and really understood what it was, I didn't want anyone to call in because I thought they're all fucking dumb as shit. You know?
Oh, he was right in that.
Yeah, it was right, but then you understood there's like a method to the madness here. Like, you get it.
Yeah, but still, he should fucking stop him from joining this fucking bullshit.
It's fun, dude. Hey, besides, let's be honest, since I've come here, Scott's been so hemmed up since I've come here.
Mars always told me that too. He's like, I want to fucking... He heard me one time on a time that it was fucking like more personal than anything this community has to be. And now I talked to him for about a fucking hour. So, yeah. So Mars is like, he knows.
Why do you stutter so much? Why do you stutter normally? Why do you stutter so much? I'm curious about that.
Why do I stutter so much?
Yeah.
because Dave Rose is listening right now. Because, all right, here's why. All right,
What the fuck? So he stutters when Dave Rose is watching, but he also stutters when Dave Rose is not watching. So, can someone explain that to me?
let's see if I stutter right now. Time it in the next 15 seconds. Dave Rose, if you're listening right now, and you're wondering why I'm stuttering. The reason I'm stuttering
He just stuttered.
now because I'm wondering why you're playing that fucking children's game. And you want to take everybody in the community and put in a fucking rocket. You're fucking nuts. Are
What?
you a virgin?
Again, where's this reasoning coming from?
Purple's not a fucking
virgin, Dave
Purple's not a
Rose.
fucking.
You
What's his obsession over my sexual status? Like, what? This really just reveals a lot about him and how pathetic he is, and how he's probably not getting any action. And he recognizes again, looking. Okay, you know what? Let's put my photo up against Fatty here, and I'll let you guys sort of look at the difference between us two, and you can make up your own minds as to who looks like what. And let's just see if I can find a fairly recent one here. Actually, let's put two. This one will piss him off. Hold on. Okay, so this one. Let's try that again. This one. Okay, let's try this once more. Doesn't want to. Okay, so I need to fix my OBS. There's something fucking being stupid here. But let me just add this in. Oh, computer. You think you can win against Dave? How droll. Alright, so. There we go, asshole. Of course you're going to do what I fucking tell you. 17 years IT. Here we have Dave in, I believe this was it's probably 2011, I guess. This is me hosting karaoke, repping the colors of the Airborne Regiment of Canada. And let's get one more, because we want to actually get back to comparing the fash cuts. So just bear with me here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. Let me just go to the chat before I transition. Just want to see what people think of me old look. My Fabio look with the long flowing locks. Stanza says, would a mental asylum take this Blonin guy? Probably not. Maybe out to the back to a shallow grave. Junior says that's greasy double chin though, just like his master. And let's now take a look at the one with two chins and the one with one chin. And while we wait for that, take a look at with this sexy beast. Getty, Argentina. I'm sure you get people telling you look like Geddy Lee from Rush. Oh, I got that all the time. And I actually had round specs at one point in high school with long hair, and people were constantly telling me that I looked like John Lennon, which I kind of did. So look at these two people here. The man on the right is a gentleman, a pure gentleman, an intellectual, a Renaissance man, as it were. The freak on the left is a degenerate who tries to hide himself in a fantasy and just fails at everything he does. One of them looks like a man with a mission. The other one looks like a man with a star over their house, if you know what I'm saying. So, let's see here. Getting messaged again. Okay, that's fine, Ken. You can keep making them all you want. Please stop sending them to me, okay? I'm not going to use them. I don't know why you're doing this. For your pleasure, that's fine. Please stop distracting me with these messages. So let's go back here to the chat. That's correct, Costanza. It looks more authoritative. And let's go back to the, let's see here. Oh, this one. This one you guys will like. This was the summer of, it was May 2017. So just about to hit the summer, and it was just too hot. Way too hot. And after 22 years, I decided, time for a change. And it was a cut that I'd been looking at for quite some time, and it didn't come out as accurate as it should. That's weird. But Blonin. You want to keep commenting on my looks there, because from the looks of it, Ken, can you fucking stop, please? From the looks of it, obviously one of us is handsome, the other one's a fucking freak. So, let's go back to that clip.
Fucking pussy. I think you're a virgin.
Okay,
Am I stuttering now, Dave Bros? Am I stuttering now?
You are.
Are you doing the back scenes to everybody you're talking?
I'm doing what?
Am I stuttering now? Are you doing the back scenes to everybody you're talking? Say why?
All I can get out of that is vaccines. Maybe someone can clarify what he's trying to say, but I don't get it. So let's try once more.
Stuttering now. Are you doing the back scenes to everybody you're talking? Say why is he stuttering? Alright, am I stuttering now? You fucking virgin.
You literally just did, like 4 times in the matter of like about 10 seconds. And now he's going to go to the virgin thing. Let's hear it again.
Say why is he stuttering? Alright, am I stuttering now? You fucking virgin. Go fly everybody, all your Kirby's to the...
Fly all your Kirby's. Nikki just corrected you a little while ago, and you recognize that they weren't called Kirby's. So you know the real name. And you're like, you're a virgin, so fly them to the moon. People, we need to assess what exactly is causing this sort of breakdown in Blonin. And we need to laugh at it and ridicule it for how pathetic it truly is.
Rocket moon, go fly the bars, alright, Dave Bros? Go fly on the moon. No, do it, you fucking pussy.
Alright, Bert, I've been trying to add you, it's just not working. Like, it says it's calling you, but it's not calling. I don't know.
Oh, there's that guy. Fuck him.
Fuck whatever. Hung up on him. Don't care. What's up, Danimal? Yeah, it won't let me call you Bert. I don't know why.
Jeez. Just fucking pathetic. Just fucking pathetic. I think he calls in. I think he disconnects here and he just calls right back in. Let's go back to the chat here. Dave Getty Lee Rose. Indeed. And I can sing better than Blonin, which really pisses him off. I might actually be able to find an old video of me singing karaoke. I was doing Fortunate Son, and crowd was enjoying it, and yeah, it was good. Costanza says, unfortunately I have a Blonin face, but my personality is nothing alike. I don't know if what you could call what he has a personality. Jared Ford III says, that voice and face don't match. Alcoholic tongue. Yeah, it's weird. Bam says, Blonin needs help. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we need help from Blonin because he's just like Scott. He's not going to stop. He's not going to let go until he's forced to stop. And a lot of us has basically tried to disengage. Like, not even go on the offensive. It's just to cut people off and say, you know what? I'm just not going to say a word. I'm going to be an adult on this. I'm going to be professional. Just not going to interact. I'm going to be, very nice, choose my words, not talk about. And these people won't let it go. They're obsessed. They're obsessed to the point of criminality and thus a danger to others. Because if you ignore them and they continue to go at you, obsessing at you, and committing crimes, well, they're going to be held criminally responsible. It's as simple as that. Jared Ford III says he's a half bottle away from a stroke. That swollen tongue will choke him one day. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I just think that he's naturally got some sort of speech impediment and obviously doesn't like it pointed out, because he was even saying, am I stuttering now, Dave Rose? And I'm literally like talking to the screen. Yes, you are stuttering. But he doesn't like that. He doesn't like people pointing out the reality. The guy is, you want to see how much of a freak he is? You want to see how much of a fucking freak he is? Let's show you how much of a fucking freak he is. Don't worry, this is going to be safe for YouTube and such. Let me just pull this up here, see if I can find it. A lot of files to go through. Okay, that's not there. Give me a second here, because I think I know where the folder it's in. Okay, hold on. I think it's in here. Is it here? Oh, there it is. Yeah. No, that's not it. Don't worry. I'll find it, and you'll get more. After all, Blonin's not going to stop. Blonin wants to continue doing this harassment campaign, and it's just allowing me to compile more information. So, all that he wants to accomplish is going to fail. Although I don't even know exactly what it is he's trying to accomplish. But hey, if he's going to keep talking shit and harassing people and committing crimes, then he's going to be held accountable.
What the fuck, man? Just tell me, what the fuck is this shit doing?
Blonin's supposed to call back in a bit. On a show before, fucking Wire was digging it, and go fucking. That's really what the objective is, and
like traps.
Oh, how do I? Because I'm pressing. Oh,
there
I'm
you go.
the one that I play. Okay. So it must have been earlier. Okay, so he called in earlier, then disconnected, then called in again, and that's when he went more into depth into the whole space thing and how oh, like, I mean, what the fuck, Dave Rose? Like, who would do that? Blah, blah, blah. It's pathetic. It's pathetic that someone would obsess over that. So he's cool on the chef stuff, but not cool on the space stuff, the gaming, which I literally just started. But according to him, it proves that, I'm a virgin, I'm an idiot, and that I've always been this way, although I just started 4 days ago. I know he's talked about my other streams before, like the power trip, or really anything that's been ever directed towards either the community, to drama, to him, or even Scott McKinnon directly. He's always taken issue with that. And it's clear that this is very deep-rooted. This isn't something as simple as, I don't know, somebody popping up in my stream saying, Joe's better than you, Dave, you suck, keep making bad content. That's one thing. And the other is basically Blonin, who's obsessed with people who will search out their information. Okay, people think, oh, Dave Rose and Scott McKinnon are crazy. You guys don't know what Blonin's been up to. You don't. But I do. And I know that it's not very good for him, in the sense that it doesn't look very good, especially for those with children, to be conducting themselves in such a inappropriate manner. In fact, bringing your child onto Nikki Nine's stream the other day not only was unprofessional, but was improper as a father, especially since you impose that on Nikki Nines, who wasn't expecting any kid on there. I mean, shit, you had your kid up at what, 1, 2 in the morning? Maybe, okay, well, it was Michigan time, so central. Next, 2 hours away? No, 2 or 3 hours. I don't know what the fuck central is. Alberta time, whatever. But, like, when I was watching it, it was... I'm thinking it was about 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock at that point. Because I remember a little bit after, because I was making fun of this. Actually, do I still? Oh, I closed it. Or maybe there's another stream. Whatever. The bottom line is he had his kid on, and I was saying, why don't you fucking tell his kid... I said, Nicky, why don't you tell his kid that his father's a cuck? Or, and Nick was just like trying to be low pro about it, be like, yeah, I don't think that's good, Dave. Or, and Blonin's still talking about, oblivious of what's going on, the kids talking and stuff. And I'm writing more comments, and Nick's like, no, that's not good. No, we're not going to do that. But I don't know how old the kid is, Bam. I would assume about 5. 5 to 7 at most. Maybe 8. But no, this kid seemed... I would have to guess around 5. And I noticed Tiff was in the chat when this was happening. Somebody who actually wants to just let me know which video this was, because like I told you earlier at the beginning of the show, I'm a little out of the loop. A lot of stuff has been going on for the past 3 days, and multiple shows per day have been going on with a lot of info. But I did mention when I was witnessing this, and Tiff was there, that the poor kid actually is basically speaks better than his father, and has probably a better vocabulary as well. And she thought that was comical, which I thought was funny as well. But yeah, it was very, very true. I mean, the kid, although with it, like, because he has a speech impediment too, and unfortunately, somebody as dumb as Blonin won't ever bother to either try to force their child to speak properly, which you can. You don't need speech therapy. You just need to fucking discipline the kid, and they pronounce things properly. But no, he's ensuring that his kid is going to basically be made fun of and ridiculed for the rest of his life, because he's making sure that the kid won't fucking correct his speech. That's what a parent would do. They would actually ensure that the kid is forced to pronounce things properly until they get it into a habit and second nature, understanding that that's how they do it. Now, think of it this way. First day of junior high school for me, I'm 12 years old, I believe, and we're in a cafeteria. They're calling attendance, and they call this one kid up, and this kid had a speech impediment, but being a spoiled, lazy little bitch kid that he was, and he was, his parents never told him no, never fucking disciplined him, so they never fucking taught him how to speak properly. So, as they're calling out names, this little pudgy, and he was a pudgy, fat little fuck, as everyone's names are being called out, you've been asked to say here, right? Here, okay, you go line up with this group or go here with this teacher, blah blah blah. They call this guy's name, and he goes, Hio. The entire cafeteria erupts in laughter, and this guy got a good taste on his first day of junior high, which would last for the next 2 years because he couldn't stand it after 2 years, so he had to leave for his final year. From that day forth, people would make that noise, and actually as soon as, the laughter died down, people started to make that noise. Because it's not even words. It's like a fucking donkey. And people would mention that for years to come. Hio! Hio! That's entirely on the parents. Entirely on the parents. And we're talking about a kid that's already 12. Okay? So if you allowed your child to grow up with a speech impediment and you never made any effort to correct them, or even need to go so far as get speech therapy from an actual professional, you're a piece of shit parent. Hands down, no question, period. Are you offended by that, any parent out there? Well, prove me wrong. But that's a true story. Hio! Hio! And if you listen to Ryan's kid there, and I can't remember what the kid's name was. It was something, it's like a, what are these types of fucking, what are they called? The people with the man buns, the fucking faggot, what are they called? The preppy type, there was a name for the hipsters, there we go. It was like a hipster type name. Really, really bad name. I don't know why people just don't go with traditional names. But just, yeah. And, that's what he's doing to his kid. He's going to ensure that this kid is forever made fun of. And not just for the fact that his father's a cuck and a piece of shit, but because his father never properly raised him and is now going to ensure that this kid is going to live a life of torture until either he commits a school shooting, or he commits suicide, or somehow he gets away from that toxic individual known as Joe Blonin. And that's a fact. And you could take that to the bank, Joe. Take it to the bank. I'm going to kill him, Joe. Gonna kill him. And no, I'm not referring to Ryan. This is an old joke that goes back to fucking my time with Joe Cronin, where we were talking about Seth Rollins, and there was this really stupid sort of point where he was saying he was gonna kill somebody. It was funny but stupid, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. As the Costanza says, New Yorkers and Bostonians say here, similar to that. No, hey, it's here. It's here. That would be an Italian thing. But hio, literally it was like that. Hio. Hilarious. And, well, that's what Blonin is doing here. And I know that he has another child, which is scary. In fact, I've seen photos of him. They went to go see Santa, him and his wife. And this was a couple of years ago and stuff. And it was hilarious because he filmed something, and the mom, like his wife, really wanted the kids to have the photo and stuff. And Blonin was just obsessed with, like, recording and just totally oblivious and stuff. Fucking pathetic. But Blonin doesn't seem to know exactly what he's put himself into. And he's pushed things way too far, and he just won't leave people alone. So, really, the only action is an equal and opposite reaction. And once we're done with Scott, and all the information is out there, then I move on to Blonin. And it looks like Nicky Nines is finally getting on side with this, because in this clip that we were playing, he seems to reach that conclusion fairly quickly. So, Blonin, you're done. As I said earlier, you're done. Now, I never give out timelines, because I don't need to. But know that it's going to happen. Same with Scott. It's going to happen. But no one's going to rush us. And you know that the more time we take, the more information we have. And the longer it's going to be to eventually explain all the information and go through it, which is just going to give us more content and the ability to make multiple episodes. So the best thing to do, Scott, is just stop. Just stop. And then you stop giving us content. Okay? Tribunal's still going on, but you still have the ability to, to save what little you have left. But obviously, you're not. You're gonna double down until you're fucking totally done for, and then by force you're gonna be removed. That's your choice. You've made that choice. And Blonin seems like it's gonna be the same way with you. You have chosen to proceed in a certain manner, and you are refusing to cease your illegal activities. And well, if that's your choice, well, there's gonna be repercussions for it. A lot of us are sick and tired of this bullshit, and we don't have the time to deal with it anymore. Shit, I do a gaming stream, something different, and you can't even stand that, and yet you want to fucking try to start shit with Nick, and no, it's not going to stand. It's not going to stand at all, and if you want to keep pushing it, you're just giving me more information. But I'm still taking action against you, period. Simple as that. What's up to you is how bad that damage is going to cause you. Because I'm not doing anything illegal, but I will be presenting facts. And at that point, well, what you've provided through the public sphere will be represented through the public sphere. And, well, those in authority whose job it is to judge this sort of conduct will be confronted with it. And then, well, it'll be up to them to decide what actions may need to be taken. But when information and evidence becomes overwhelming, and political pressure increases, certain individuals are forced to take certain actions. And just like with Scott, certain actions will be forced due to the pressure that's going to be inflicted on law enforcement and political entities, and even community groups. There is nothing beyond my reach, Ryan Highland. Nothing. I know what tools I have available to use. They're all legal, and they're all extremely efficient. I'm not an idiot like you. I don't have a cock surgically attached to my throat. I don't stutter. I don't have issues with confidence. I'm self-aware, and I am more intelligent than you, regardless if that fact offends you. Regardless. So, the best course of action to take is to disengage, as everyone else who has conducted these criminal acts have been told. Disengage. Stop and go away. Someone talks about you, be the bigger man, and don't say a word. Because all you're doing at this current time is allowing your rage to take control of you and giving us basically gold. Actual fucking crimes that can be presented to a curly, and it allows for political pressure so that justice can be quite swift. So, keep up. Keep at it there, Joe. Keep at it. See what happens. Remember, the 2021, I already said this to everyone, no more stupid. So, we're taking down the axis of evil. North Korea, KYR, he's actually joined the international community. There's peace in the Korean community, so we no longer have to worry about YR going rogue. He realizes that the future lies within peace and prosperity through cooperation. So we welcome him into the alliance of the new generation. But the rest of the axis of evil, Scott McKinnon and Joe Blonin, still exist. Now, obviously the war on Scott is on, and he will be taken down, and he will be removed forcibly because he chooses to continue his criminal acts. After him comes Joe Blonin. It's as simple as that. After that comes a free new world. Joe Blonin wishes to continue his criminal acts and as such will be held accountable. That's it. It's as simple as that. And if you doubt me, just like Scott doubted me, but he's been continually more freaked out and more quiet and more unstable and unhinged. I'm your Huckleberry. But the time for games is over. Now this is going forward, and is going forward, regardless of any attempts to renegotiate. I don't care if Scott comes into a chat, say, "Oh, I'm at the end of my rope, I don't know what to do." You do know what to do. You always knew what to do. I don't care for what reason you choose not to do it. But everyone is held legally responsible and accountable for their actions. I've never threatened anyone's life, but you have, Scott. And you're going to be taken down for it. It's as simple as that. And you always knew what you could do. You could have walked away. You could have stopped fucking around. And you could have left those that had actually told you to leave them alone, as I did, to leave them alone. But no, you're a danger to yourself and others. As such, you will face the consequences for your crimes. And yes, Scott, you have committed crimes. I know the law. You don't, as you continue to prove it. And as such, justice will be served. Hot or cold, justice will be served. Sharford III says, very little dignity left for Skunt. There's a lot of weight, Blonin. That's a lot of weight, Blonin. YR confirms his induction into the international community under the Peace and Prosperity Project. But these two individuals here have shown their contempt for the truth, although they're always saying, "Oh, well, I'm about the truth." Blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. It's all fucking lies, and it's all about fucking affirmation, because they need somebody to pat them on the head. They need somebody to tell them that they're valid, that they're worthwhile. They're not an actual man. They can look at their own accomplishments and say, "I'm proud of what I've been able to do. I'm proud that I've done this not for my ego, not for my benefit, but for the benefit of others. And if they don't recognize it, it doesn't matter, because I know that this was the right thing to do." That's a real man. And we know for a fact that neither Scott nor Ryan Hyland are real men. It's as simple as that. And by the way, phone lines are open. If anyone wants to call in and say something, you're more than free to do so. I'm currently rolling a joint right now, so that gives people time to call in. And back to the chat. Says, "Wire's still on the moon. Save you." Yes, I will. I spoke earlier about this, but I'm taking a rest from the game because it took a lot of out of me. I'm a little defeated that I wasn't able to accomplish what I set myself out to. But my determination is as strong as ever, and I will get you guys off the moon somehow. I also have to get myself off the moon, but we're gonna get it done. But I also mentioned earlier, YR, that Dear Joe Blonin there wasn't too pleased with my moon series, my space and the Kirby and the space Kirby, because for some reason, and we still have to figure that out, he's obsessed at the fact that I made this video and that I'm including people in the community. Maybe it's because he wasn't included, or because he has no control. Or maybe he's just intimidated at the fact that I know actual astrophysical terms and he doesn't. Could be a combination of many different things, but it is pathetic regardless. And let's see here. Just trying to finish up this joint. But yeah, I also explained that I was tried out a new game yesterday called Star Trek Online. Haven't played it in a while, so just a game that I'm, looking to get back into. It's different, and I found it fun when I used to play. So I just got to get used to it again and remember how to play efficiently. So I used to be really good with the ship combat, and now I'm fucking sucking like shit. But so YR says Blonin is the only hater of the space series. Unbelievable. Yeah, actually, it seems to be that he is really the only one that hates it. And it's just so sad, man. So fucking sad. Like, what is it specifically? Like, it just boggles my mind. Boggles my mind that he's so obsessed with me. He hates the fact, and Ken sent him off on a rant the other day, is when he told him that his drunk mother was a terrible singer, and he freaked out. And he even said, like, oh, Dave Rose is a better singer than you, and he couldn't stand that. And I thought that was hilarious, because it's one of these things that he obsesses over. And just like Scott, Blonin can't let go of certain things. So when he gets made to look like a fool, he'll never let it go. So Blonin got made to look like a fool several times, but one of the times that I've determined is when he sent a video clip of him doing karaoke of a song, and I told him it wasn't very good, and he couldn't stand that. And this is I'm not sure if it's the typical karaoke singer, but it is the entitled karaoke singer. And I experienced this having hosted karaoke for close to 2 years, is that you have these individuals whose, weekly, the only outing that they make in the week that gives them relevancy is to go out to karaoke. Okay, that's fine. But then they do a song that is terrible. They literally think that they are the best singer on the planet, but they really do a bad job. So either there's a bad reaction from the crowd, so maybe no claps or cheers or anything throughout the entire song, or people are entirely ignoring it, not paying attention, not giving that affirmation, or there's maybe some jeers, maybe some bad looks, maybe even a couple of heckles and stuff, laughs. When these entitled karaoke singers experience that, any of those three scenarios, they're livid. They cannot stand it. Why? Because, like the pussies that they are, they put themselves on stage expecting to be patted on the head for the effort that they made. But they don't want to face rejection if they actually suck. And they can't accept in their heads that they actually suck. No, they made the effort to just even stand on that stage. So they clearly aren't shit. They're not garbage. Of course they're fucking awesome singers. So anyone that fucking would ridicule them or just not even pay attention, those people are garbage. Those are people I need to fight with. And I've experienced that so often with these entitled karaoke singers. It's this idea that people owe them even when they give out shit work. Even when they give shit, they should still be praised for it because you had the courage. This is the typical millennial mentality, fucking the mind today. It's like, you brave girl, go queen, yes. It's like, no, just because you try something doesn't mean you're not going to fail or look bad doing so or just not be good at it. But no, we have to pat everyone gets a participation trophy. Oh no, you tried, so it doesn't matter how shit you were. We gotta pretend that you're actually just as good as the professional singer. Sorry, I don't live in the land of kindergarten, nor do I live in a world of delusion. I live in a world of truth and reality, unlike you and Scott Blonin. And I call things for what they are. That's why I'm called Mr. Consistent. Now, you can stutter your way all the way to the bank, but it's not going to change a goddamn thing. I'm right. You're wrong. Get used to it. Simple as that. So tired of these people who are way below me. And I've got no problems fucking saying this. These people are way below me. Intellectually, spiritually, mentally, name it, I'm superior to them. And probably many of you listening are superior to these people too. But they just won't get it. They refuse to get it. It's like, you know, the kid that's hired at McDonald's to run the cashier. Not even. He's in the back fucking sweeping the floor. But he gets hired and he expects to immediately be put in the position of the manager, despite showing how incompetent and inexperienced he is. And I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of these people who clearly are fucking inferior trying to fucking push this fallacy that, yeah, if they were just, you know, on the same call with you, they'd be able to show how much better they were. Shit, if you can't do that on your own in a controlled environment, in your little safe space, what do you think you'll be able to do in a fucking, you know, a situation where you actually have to debate people and be fast on your feet? Fucking pathetic. These people are fucking pathetic. And no, I'm not gonna fucking pussyfoot around it. I'm not gonna fucking, you know, walk on eggshells and shit to speak the truth. Some people are more stupid than others. It's as simple as that. Let's go back to the chat here. JR4 the third says DDR does sing better than Mama Highland. It's the Costanza says, like rap music now, it's all garbage. True. It's the Costanza says the tribunal will make the phony Trump impeachment look like a child show. Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of information, obviously, to go through. And, you know, Scott keeps flapping his gums, and he's just making it much, much easier for us. So, you know, keep at it there, Scott. I'm not going to wish you luck, unlike you with your fucking video. Good luck there, now. Oh, you're gonna present this crime that I committed to the police and expect a conviction due to the actual laws that require the police to take action? Good luck there, Dave. Good luck there, Dave. Fucking unreal. Unfucking real. Speaking of which, let's play this little clip here. Very little clip. Where did it go? Nope. This is from a long time ago. But it is Tommy Callahan, a.k.a. Tommy Shot from the Point, showing how much of a faggot he is. Whoops. Let's try that again. Didn't play.
Dave Rose sucks. It's boring.
This is the guy that fucking could have made a big career with Keemstar and fucked that up. Fucking loser. Left Cronin. Had a big fight with him. He actually is a scumbag because he's the one that put a bunch of dicks on Cronin's kid's face and then published it on Twitter. And then got in with Keemstar only due to luck, not anything else. Probably because he has the voice of a fucking clown. And Keemstar took him in for a bit, and then he let him go, and this guy's been stagnating ever since. He stopped covering his main subject, which was hockey, and Joe Cronin even surpassed him in subscribers. So, talk about irrelevant. So, yeah, I think we've covered quite a bit, actually. We've given you 3 hours and 17 minutes of free content, eh, Blonin? You want to complain about things not being as good as you want? Well, it's free, and you can always start your own if you wanted to. But, yeah, I think we're going to end that there since nobody's calling in. Nobody wants to add anything more. I guess we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank those that did show up today. And thank Nikki Nines for calling in. Be sure to check out No Hard Feelings tonight on the Foul Mouse Network Patreon. That might either go tonight or tomorrow night. Nikki Nines is going to be doing a gaming stream later tonight, so be sure to check that out. And I think that's all that's planned so far, but you never know, so keep your eyes on your subscription list. And yeah, we'll be doing some more streams in the future. Get back to the KSP to rescue the boys from the moon. Definitely some more Too Many Chefs. And definitely some more drama videos. So that being said, I am your host, Devious Dave Rose. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.